From downtown, this is Tim Kitzer from NBA Jam, and you're listening to NintenDomain Podcast. Boom shakalaka!
This week on NintenDomain, the Nintendo Direct happened, and we're going to break it all down. Plus, Resident Evil is officially back on Nintendo.
I went from 3 golds to 6. You could say I'm a champion.
I guessed Wario Land, but not that Wario Land.
Seeing red soon next year.
Just like the Chevelle song.
I don't remember any other songs. Welcome to NintenDomain Podcast, episode 489. Your place here, Nintendo fans. Talk all about that hour-plus long Nintendo Direct that happened on Friday. We're recording a little bit earlier in the week, just because. So if anything crazy happens, like, Wednesday or Thursday, whatever, that's why we're not talking about it. Because we're not there yet in time.
Nope.
But we are your hosts. I'm Trey. The magical 3 sevens aligned for me, Johnson.
I'm Jeremy. Guess I'll do one more episode before I leave. Mikowski.
Just one more.
I'm John, getting the plastic and the cardboard. So what? Knitter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're going to double dip.
Yeah.
I got to. I want to see the Labo Virtual Boy that we all hoped and thought would have happened years ago, that finally came to fruition alongside the actual.
I think it's just going to be
thing.
the same thing that they had with the Labo.
Just give me the same exactly
printing on it.
I'm just paying $25 for the Virtual Boy logo on there.
Right.
Yeah. We'll get to that in the Nintendo Direct. But let's start off breaking down the Direct now, because it's a long one, and I don't want to. I mean, I'm sure we'll spend like an hour and a half on it because it was an hour-long Direct, but. I just want to say, when I watched it, I woke up at like 8:50, like not intentionally, just to pee or whatever. And I was like, oh, cool, I can watch the Direct. So I got all ready in bed, and I, turned on YouTube and tried like my best to not see any sort of spoilers anywhere, as I normally do. And I saw half a second of one thing, but I kind of knew what it was. But I did what I wasn't like. Whenever I try not to look at anything. I was like, oh, you didn't see anything. Don't try to think about what that was or whatever. Get it back to. I do like the same thing it's like the same thing I do for whenever there's a pay-per-view. I try to avoid everything and just get to, because sometimes even if you buy it, it'll start in the middle. But anyway, yeah, I rewound it to what I thought was the beginning, and it turns out there was like an hour and a half countdown or something to the thing. So they were showing this really slow animation of these little pieces moving and filling up this big red tower pillar thing or whatever. And I swear I watched this for 20 minutes just being okay, what's happening? I thought it just had this really, really slow build up for the beginning. And there was nothing on the screen that said countdown at all, or no timing or whatever. So I thought this was the beginning of the Direct, and I'm just sitting there watching this fill up over and over again. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then eventually I skipped through an hour of this to get to the 15-second countdown, and then I got to the beginning. So I just thought it was kind of funny that I just thought it was there, because they don't normally have an animated countdown for these. Normally, even if you tune in at the end of it, you can just scrub it all the way back to the beginning, and then you're all good. But yeah, I was just watching it. I'm like, all right, they're really building this up.
I had a couple things ruined for me because I turned it on after, I was probably about 8:30 when I started it as well. And something on YouTube ruined something, whatever. It was just a headline on YouTube. And then when I went in, I did the same thing with you, where I tried to scrub backwards, thinking that, I'm going halfway through the video, but the video hadn't been going very long. No, somehow I ended up in all the way back, and then I tried to go forward again, and then something else got spoiled for me because of where I went.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's Yeah, it's rough if you don't get up like on the right
I
exact
guess
time
so.
for it, right? And it sucks, especially when you're. Ooh, this would happen to me all the time when you try to go to like the Nintendo YouTube channel, and they like automatically post trailers of all the stuff that they
Mhm.
put in the direct. So it'll be like right there, you know. So I kind of like I'll like hold my hand over my phone and try to like only see like parts
Yeah.
of it or whatever. Like I always do that to try to keep it pure.
I just
But I
forget
did
how to
so-
read for a second.
Nice. I was certain that it would show up first, in the algorithm and your homepage on YouTube. I was certain that it was going to show up in the very first in the top left corner, as it always does. So I opened YouTube with my hands arranged just for that one
Yeah.
corner, and that was correct. So I was able to avoid any and all spoilers
Did-
successfully.
Were you able to watch? You watched it later, right? You were at
I
work.
did. I
all
watched
day.
it late. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even watching it late, I still was successful.
I did finally watch it. So I watched it. I watched it in the morning, and then I went back to bed and took a nap, and then I got up and then I watched the Japanese one, and then I watched the English one again with Jess whenever they got home. So from work. So,
Wow.
yeah, I watched
Cool.
it. I watched it a few times. Well, I like ride my bike for like a half hour, and I'll watch the Japanese direct on there, and then I watch the rest when I eat lunch or whatever. So there was some bingo stuff that I had on the Japanese direct that was only on there, as per usual. But yeah, honestly, the first like 10, 15 minutes or whatever of this direct, I was pretty fucking bored through the whole
The
thing.
first 10,
It was
15 minutes being
really
Wario.
slow.
I have to say,
Yeah.
I want to say it, in the voice of Comic Book Man, worst Super Mario anniversary ever.
Wow.
Like really,
That bad, huh?
they're not giving a shit to him. Well, which I never thought. I honestly never really thought we were getting anything for the 40th anniversary. But I thought we'd at least get like a Mario 35 again with a different number on it. Like, come on, guys.
Mario 40, yeah.
Yeah,
That
it kind of
would've
felt
been
like a shit party for Mario. But
Yeah.
we
It's kind of a bunch of stuff that like what they were going to make and release anyway, and they're just like, let's all put this out in this direct. There was nothing signifying we made this specifically for the 40th anniversary.
Yeah.
Specifically, the last game they show was not a Mario game.
Yeah.
But it's just Mario adjacent.
Sure, but I'm actually excited about that one.
Well,
But-
I'm excited about it, but
Yeah.
come on.
But
what does that have to do with 40?
yeah, so like they show like all the old art of like old games, which is cool. It's cool to see all that stuff. That
It's going
tricked
to be at the museum.
me because I thought that meant like Mario Maker stuff, but no,
So did I.
of course
That's
not.
the first thing I thought when they showed the graph paper of the Super Mario Brothers logo and all that. I was, yes, this is my year. My year continues. Cool. No Mario Maker.
No, just some historic documents.
Yeah, so they showed new historical shit or whatever from the museum.
It's like the graph paper drawings of the sprites and stuff, and
Right.
like the
They
level
showed-
design.
They showed like that it's at an exhibit at the Nintendo Museum. Which, Jeremy, are you going to the museum or no? I forget.
No,
Okay.
Yeah, right, because the museum.
it's still really hard to get in there.
Yeah,
We are actually going to Kyoto, but I don't think we're gonna be able to make it there.
Yeah, you got to do a lottery to get in the museum.
I was gonna say, even if it sounds like hard to get in there, you should still try to anyway if you're gonna be in Kyoto, because you'll be surprised. Like there was like apparently you had to like schedule a time to get into the Square Cafe, and they said it was full, but we went there anyway, and they just let us in. So I mean, like you never know, like because we tried to reserve a table, and they said it was completely full, and we just walked there, and they were like, yeah, come on in. So it was that, especially if you're already there, it's worth it to go by and see if they'll let you in regardless. Is what is my experience. So, but yeah, Nintendo Museum stuff. Yeah, hopefully maybe you'll get in there. Still get to see
They
it.
talked about Super Nintendo World.
Yeah,
Not the Europe one. They didn't mention that like I thought they might, but they talked about the Orlando theme park, which just opened.
does that
Just a little
count?
reminder.
Yep. Does that count for your bingo? Because you said Europe.
Nope,
Did you say
I said
specific
Europe
Europe?
specifically.
Yeah.
I did. Yes, that does not count.
So it's like, there's the theme pack is in Florida. Kyoto Marathon was kind of like,
That's
okay,
interesting.
okay. I mean,
Makes
sure.
sense. The Mario running thing. Yeah, that's the line. I guess the connection.
The running guy is like iconic.
Yeah,
It would be cool to get one of
Yes,
those race
Kyoto.
bibs from somebody who doesn't want one.
yeah. I was just kind of like,
Got the
man,
Nintendo logo on there.
this is what we're starting off with. Marathons, okay. And
That's
then
it. I mean, they sponsored the Olympics, so I guess that's Same kind of thing.
eventually.
They did. Remember? Well, sponsored. I don't know about sponsored, but Mario, when they announced the 20 Tokyo Olympics,
It was
Mario
20. It was 20.
Like,
It was 2020. It was supposed to be 2020.
when they made the announcement, when they made the announcement of it,
yeah. Oh, sure.
that they did that thing where Abe popped out of the green pipe at the end, with the red hat on.
Oh,
and
yeah.
kind of adjacent to that, similar to that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because when we were in Japan, everything was made ready for the 2020 Olympics, and we all know what happened in 2020. But because we were there 2019 at the end, and there were signs everywhere, and they had like, it seemed like they had like there was more English around places because they were preparing for the Olympics, and then that didn't happen until way later. And I'm sure we were all super excited about the Super Mario sequel update. It was like, okay.
Hey, I got a bingo mark for it.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, both of you did. I mean, I should have figured that would be on there. I mean, you got to get somebody to go to that movie. I mean, I know they're still going to make it.
They're going to get lots of people to go to that movie.
I know, they're going to make a shit ton of money. I really don't have any interest in it, but I was kind of a little bit interested more, I guess.
I'm more interested now.
I'm more interested with the Galaxy thing, but it's still going to be stupid. They're going to be shooting through stars, and they're going to play like, I don't know, like I don't know. They're gonna play some Chapel Roan song or something, or I don't know.
Space Cowboy by Steve Miller Band.
Or they'll play something really old that we all hate that's been played at a million different bars, and it's gonna be like needle dropping all over the
Don't
place.
Stop Believing.
They'll throw the Kill Bill song in there twice just to spite me. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, Chapel Roan would actually make more sense.
I mean, that would be cooler. They I mean, they'll do too much.
It's not
hate.
Karaoke 80s hit.
Yeah, it'll be like I don't know. I Love Rock and Roll or something.
But anyway, I think the coolest part is like, the sarcastic Luma that was in the cage or whatever. We'll get a lot more of him probably.
Yeah, I hated
with
that
him,
guy.
I should say.
Yeah, I hated that character from the first one. I was like, oh yeah, that one.
Now
Cool.
that character is going to be everywhere because it's their universe.
Yep.
Their galaxy even.
Yeah, that whole part with, I mean, yeah, I know, whatever. They're gonna make a ton of money off of it, but about that part where the producer guy was talking, and I'm like, I don't know. I thought about that time when you were at that store one time, Jeremy, and you were like, I'm bored. Like that's what I felt right then. You remember when you said that when you were at a department store, and you said you were bored. It was on one of these episodes, but that's what I said out loud. I'm like, I'm bored. This direct's boring. Can we do anything else? But thankfully, there was some other things, I guess.
And then they brought you Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 for a low price of $70.
So when you saw this announcement, they don't tell you the price of it. You have to look it up online. What did you guys think it was going to cost when you saw it?
I thought it'd be a full price game, probably.
I mean, I was stupid. I thought it'd be 50 or something like that.
Because we've been saying that since the 3D All Stars came out, that they weren't going to release Galaxy 2 because they were going to get more money out of it eventually, which is exactly what they're doing. And like the physical collectors, they have to buy the combination, but you can buy them separate, which is actually kind of nice.
Yeah, you buy them separate digitally.
$40 is still,
I think they're 40 a piece
for more, which is like, yeah. So I was like, well, what is the price of these? Like, I just offhand, it was like, oh, maybe it's like $50. And then I looked online, and I was like, $70? What the hell? What the fuck? It's I don't know. Well,
that's two Mario 35s added together.
Yeah, and I know you remember, Jeremy, back in the glory days of the Wii U, when they announced the Wii Virtual Console, they sold these games for $10 a pop, like on discount, like on the day for like a couple months, and then it went up to $20. A big deal, $20 each. But yeah, $40 each to add a storybook mode in the second one, which was taken out because everybody hated it in the first one. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Because it got a lot of flack for it being kind of boring and nobody really enjoying it. But they're also releasing it in physical form. So, hey.
Without the added stuff.
Oh, yeah, without the new stuff, which is also kind of a funny thing. It's like, well, we got to have little parts in each little thing you have to buy, right? That's kind of how
I've always wanted a Mario storybook.
Yeah. I mean, it's it's cute for be cute for kids or whatever, but
at least the book it's a reasonable price. That's $25, you know, but not the amiibo. The amiibo are $40 each. So if you want the full price of the game, you're going to be spending what $150 if you get the game and then all all 2 amiibo. Yep.
Say the Kirby ones are even more. Oh, waiting to get to that.
Yeah. No. I was actually really surprised by how hard they went into the amiibo. I kind of thought they were, I mean, I don't know if you guys have been to any GameStops lately, but like all of the new amiibo are everywhere. Like they're not hard to find because they're fucking $30-$40. Like I was at a GameStop over here, like by my house, and I just saw like 20 fucking Donkey Kong Bonanza amiibos, just like all next to each other on the wall, next to all the fucking Hyrule Warriors amiibo or whatever, all the new ones. Like it looked like none of them were selling. So I thought that, I don't know, maybe they'd, pump the brakes a little bit on that. But no, it's this one. This was the amiibo direct. This was the physical shit direct for sure, where it's like, here's a whole bunch of stuff.
Commenting on that, why is it releasing so many physical things? And part of the reason, which they theorize, and I agree, is that they've got all these stores that are popping up all over. We got the San Francisco one, the New York one, ones internationally and all that. So they do need stuff to put in these stores.
Sure.
And Nintendo being Nintendo, they don't want to like necessarily rely on other vendors to make stuff, and they want to do stuff of their own too, because they are going into their history as a toy maker and all that. So it's appropriate and it's cool. And one side effect of all that is that there's more amiibo now coming out. So great. But please lower the price. This is just ridiculous.
Well, there are there were some on sale. Like
Sure.
last time I checked, you could buy the Street Fighter 6 ones for half off for like $20. So I mean, just wait, because there's a bunch of them out there.
I don't know, like $20 to me should be the price for the premium amiibo, maybe 25 tops.
Well, yeah, no, I know how you feel. I know how you feel about amiibo pricing.
I need to express this again because this is just getting
not
ridiculous.
realistic.
I do $40, $50. It's just going up and up and up. And like, I'm someone who's interested, and I've only got a couple of them myself. I would totally get them if they were average price, $12 for a hunk of plastic. Nice looking, sure. But you need like different ranges for people at different levels. You need like $6, $7 the entry level for a Goomba or whatever. So I can just like start building up a couple, and then tops 25 for the really nice premium ones. That's it. Not 40 or 50. I'm done.
Well, remember they said that was what was getting hit the hardest with the tariffs. So that's another thing to wonder, like, why are they leaning so hard into it?
Don't forget about the true evil mastermind behind this.
But also, like, they probably planned on releasing them, a year ago or whatever before all this crap came up. So they already had it ready to rock. Yeah, that's probably a huge reason for the price increase as well. But I don't know, like, it's becoming like a premium thing. Maybe Nintendo's just sort of evolving it into that, because
it's for the rich.
When it came out, they wanted everyone to be able to afford the toys to life so they could have a bunch of them to use with the games that supposedly were coming and all that. And other than that one amiibo game that I played with you, Trey, I can't think of any that really use it. Different amiibo that much.
Yeah, they steered hard into it at the beginning. Yeah, like what was it? Mario Party 11 on Wii U. Was it 11? I don't remember which, or maybe it was 10. I don't know. The one where you had to actually use your amiibo as like as like pieces. A game piece and all that, and you had to scan them on the controller like that. And then there was Amiibo Festival, the Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, where they really steered into it, and they made a bunch of cheaper Animal Crossing amiibo that were actually less than everything else. But at that time, the Animal Crossing fandom wasn't there yet, because we didn't have the other stuff. But if you want a cheap amiibo, buy the card set. You can buy those for like $5.
Yeah,
those are amiibos also.
Oh no, I'm not counting those.
So
I mean, you're forgetting that you have actually several amiibo.
I do. I've got them right here.
Yeah.
You might have more amiibo than I do because of that.
The cereal, yeah. How much did you pay for that? I didn't think that cereal should have been anything more than $2 per box. They need that so the first person can get in it to try it and get their teeth all infected and get addicted to all the drugs in it.
That amiibo does work in Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah, you can scan it on things, right? I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
To put it in perspective, I think, how many boxes is this? This is like 8 boxes of cereal. Oh, this is 10 boxes. I paid $30 for this box.
And you can eat it.
So that's $3 a box. It'll be real stale.
Less than the price of one Super Mario Galaxy amiibo.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought the Mario
which
one.
you cannot eat
Yeah, you shouldn't. I thought the
unless
Mario.
you boil it for a while and soften it.
Also, don't do that. I thought the Mario with the star looked kind of cool, but yeah, when I saw it was 40, I was like, whatever. But I did reserve one of these amiibo already. I did pre-order one. I won't say which one until we get to it. But yeah, prices. Yeah, Rosalina Storybook, Mario Tennis Fever. What do you guys think of a new tennis game? I mean, I kind of like the last one. I don't know. I'm kind of off and on this one, but I'll probably end up
Aces
getting
was
it.
okay. I really liked it, especially during the trial period. But
Yeah, we had a lot of
after
fun
buying
with the global whatever, the
the
global
test
test.
fire, whatever
Yeah.
they call it. I don't know. It looks cool. I mean, I don't know. I might wait for some reviews on this one.
Yeah.
I've
'Cause
never
it's not-
really cared
It's
about
not
Mario
my
Tennis.
like number one. I'm more interested in the RPG mode, to be honest.
Yeah, there's everybody gets turned into babies, and you have to
Mhm.
be a baby tennis player. And
And
yeah,
we finally get to see Baby Waluigi.
did you ever make it through the RPG mode of Aces?
I did. I
You
did. I beat that.
I remember it being really hard. Like I think I might have given up on it because they had all this crazy mechanics.
Wait, hold on.
With breaking
No.
your.
Never mind. I'm thinking of the golf one.
Oh yeah, no, the golf one was easier. No, I didn't make it through the tennis one because it was hard. Like as it kind of played like a fighting game. You could like destroy people's rackets and knock them
Yeah.
out in that way. Like kind of like
I think
their
I
own-
got stuck
their
on
own
fighting
lives.
some big piranha plant thing.
Yeah, I remember that there was a part that I thought we both got stuck on, but I don't remember how far you got. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, what made me kind of happy is like, oh, if there's another tennis game, then that means there's another golf game coming. So that's what I thought.
Right.
You know, the whatever silver lining of it, and I was like, yeah, so we'll get a golf game, and maybe that one will have a better like RPG adventure mode or whatever.
And it won't be where you have to run from hole to hole.
Yeah. Oh yeah, speed golf. Yeah. I forgot about that. Even we still play the game, and I forgot about speed golf because I never really, I only did it on the story mode because I kind of made you do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Mario Tennis Fever, cool, I guess. It's coming out February next year. Lots of different rackets, lots of different shit, plenty of characters.
You should have said, speaking of rackets, after the amiibo, and then said the tennis thing.
I should have. I was not. I'm not as good at it as you are.
I mean, I'm not either. I thought of it in the shower later.
Anybody?
Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
Anybody interested in a $20 DLC for Super Mario Bros. Wonder?
Depends on what else they're going to reveal. If it's just the multiplayer, no.
There is,
but they did say they're going to reveal other things. So
yeah, for like half
we'll
a
see.
second at the end, they do show new levels. They showed like the map of new levels, like very, very quickly, like blink and you'll miss it. But there will be some single player stuff. But yeah, a lot of it seems like they were really pushing the party mode thing, which I'm like, no, yeah, I don't know. But there is going to be additional other stuff. I found it weird that it's like, it's like Mario Wonder Switch 2 edition coming next year, like halfway through next year. I found that really weird. I was like, okay, I thought it was going to be Mario Wonder Switch 2 edition out today or out next month.
Right.
Or
that game was like
something,
what, 2 years ago at least at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
around
been
2
it's been
years.
out for a long time, and there is no like Switch 2 version of it. Like, I thought it was really weird that it didn't. Number one, didn't have a date, and number two, isn't coming out for another like 7 months or something. It's kind of like, I guess we got to push out those DLCs. Just got to keep putting them out down the line. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of like got a Nintendo Land vibe to it a little bit because there hasn't been a game like that.
Sure.
If they announce that the single player mode has like 10 more of those musical levels, then for sure I'll get it.
Yeah, more
But
musical
that's probably not
levels.
going to happen.
Yeah.
A couple more worlds. I could do that.
I was thinking maybe one world, maybe two worlds. I don't know.
It's still been like recent enough that I don't want to play through it again. Like, because I got everything I could in it, and I'm happy to be done with it still.
Yeah, we just beat it. Like Jess and I just beat it finally, like this year, for the Games My Mom Found podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Jess was like, "Oh, do you want to pay more for a game that we didn't really like to begin with?" So I was like, "Well, not really." But yeah, there's that. I found it really weird that it was the release date was so far away. And I know we're all getting one of these.
Yes.
We really love the stupid flower from the game, but how about a real one?
So it can be in
Yes.
my life, just talking at me whenever.
It's like I guess it's motion sensed or whatever. Or does it just talk? Does it have a motion sensor, or is it just on all the time?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I think it might just be on all the time.
Because I have that big Ash figure, and you can turn it on, and it has a motion sensor, and it'll like talk to you when you walk past it. I thought maybe that was what this would do, or like those annoying like Christmas. My mom has a bunch of those, where like they'll sing like we have like this. There's like this toilet paper Christmas tree that we put in the bathroom that'll like sing to you about like going to the bathroom or whatever when you go in there. That's motion sensor, like
tinkle,
that sort of thing
or something.
It's like ho ho ho, you gotta go, like something like that. But yeah,
'Twas the night before shitness.
yep. We did an episode about that. But yeah, talking flower. More physical stuff.
I would have to turn it to Danish again. Say, have a flower talk Danish at me in my real life.
Yeah, can you change the language on it?
How much do you hear about stroopwafel though before you get annoyed?
Can it be like you like come home and it's like kanbanwa? That'd be kind of funny. But no, I don't want that thing.
So apparently they talk to each other as well. So you might want to buy two.
Oh no,
Don't worry about it.
You
Talking to you.
You need like a room, and just buy flowers, like a bunch of talking flowers, and put them all in there. And it'll be like that. I don't know if you guys remember Grant Morrison, the comic book creator. He like supposedly summoned a demon in a room, and nobody would go in there, and like every insect that went in there would die. I imagine that being the flower room. Like if you buy a bunch of these plastic flowers, you put them in there, and just nothing can exist. It'll be like the cursed room.
You go in there, and there's just a neat little pile of dead flies in the middle of the room.
Yep. Like some Amityville horror shit,
Yeah, I don't know. That it would also be a good prank to, if you had a roommate or something, and you go into their room, because I don't know how else it makes sense to go into someone's bedroom. You have to live with them, I would think. But go in their bedroom and just line that room with these things, and when they walk in, just imagine the horror.
I can only imagine. That's pretty terrifying.
Or if you're like messing around with somebody, and it's like, "Ooh, what are you doing there?"
I filled your room with talking flowers.
Oh, she didn't like that.
Love me. Yeah, that's get dumped pretty quickly on that one.
Who's getting Yoshi in the mysterious book?
Me. I am. And that's also my very first bingo spot that I got of this direct.
You guessed Yoshi?
Yep.
Or mysterious books?
I guessed that there was a new Yoshi game coming, is what I guessed. Because
I was thinking, because of Yoshi, I don't know if Yoshi's literate or not, but when you can't read, every book's a mysterious book.
Oh, yeah. I do like the big fluffy mustache of the book and the trailer for this.
Right.
I think it's pretty. I don't know. We like these games. Like I play. Jess plays these, and I play them. I play them with them, and I think they're fun. And a lot of them get it. They're like Kirby. People give them a worse rap than they actually deserve because they never play them, and they're just like, oh, this is
Yoshi is where they are like always like, all right, let's make you out of this, and let's make him do this, and now it's this. It's like it's always got to be like some experiment with the Yoshi games.
I like it though. I like that they go with full on like weird art styles and all that, and I think this one looks gorgeous with the giving it like the hand drawn look and all that.
Yeah, I like this sort of stop motion /
stop motion for sure.
Yeah, I like the look of it. The problem with the Yoshi series for me is just that it doesn't feel distinct from Kirby, which I don't like Kirby. It feels like it's just dipping into the same waters.
I mean, they're pretty different. I mean, well, Kirby's has gone to full 3D, and Yoshi has never really gone there. But I mean, I guess maybe some early Game Boy Kirby's might be similar, but I still think they're pretty different.
There was Yoshi Safari. Don't forget about that.
Oh, that's true.
That was like Mode 7 3D Yoshi game.
Oh, I thought that was the puzzle game. No, or was that Cookie?
That's Yoshi's Cookie.
I don't think I ever played Safari.
I played it on an emulator.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't remember it. But anyway, this was a win for me because I like these games a lot. I think it's going to be one of those Elden Ring situations or whatever where do you remember where Elden Ring came out and Kirby came out at the same time, and It was like 4 months of Elden Ring, and I'm the one over here playing Kirby, having a great time. It's going to be the same thing where it's going to come out the same time as GTA 6, and it's going to be like 2 months of GTA 6, and I'll be like over here playing Yoshi, having a better time, not being forced to be a criminal.
I don't know if we're going to see GTA 6 that soon.
Oh, it said spring. That could mean May. It didn't have a release date for May already? I thought they already said
not a date, but yeah, they said a month, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, Yoshi, cool. First bingo for me. And then it goes to some other stuff.
Yeah, then it began proper. It was after all the 40th anniversary stuff was done. This one's Stormlancers.
Here's some slop. Here you go.
I was underwhelmed by this one. I don't know, just it didn't look that interesting to me. And they said it was inspired by 80s anime, but I don't know. I've seen 80s anime. This doesn't have the look of that at all. It's like
it was inspired.
Yeah, maybe they watched. I don't know. Maybe they watched different stuff.
They watched a bunch of it, and then they had this crazy nightmare, and then they made a game out of it.
Yeah, I'm not saying it looks bad or anything. It just doesn't look like what they said it looked like in the narration.
It's a roguelite too, right? Like
Yep.
I was thinking, it's like how many times are we going to say roguelite? I thought there was going to be a lot more. This might be the only one, but I don't know. Roguelite, that always just kind of makes me not interested whenever I hear it, because there's a lot of those, and I still don't think I really get them yet. But what I really don't get is Dinkum. Anybody? I mean, it looks like another cozy Minecraft type thing. There's a demo available for it if you want to try that out.
It's super Australian. So maybe it's like Golf Story and Stardew Valley combined.
Can you golf, though?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just very, very Australian. Like it's going to be kind of charming for that, I think.
Yeah. Some of the visuals kind of reminded me of, I don't know, like generic Wii Sports wannabe games that came out on Wii, like sort of like shovelware type stuff, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't really interested in it. But if I am at all, I could play a free demo, I guess.
It's certainly an interesting name for a game.
Not as interesting as the next one,
which also has.
There's speaking of laughing out loud. This was a game that I laughed out loud for when I heard it. Anyway, so how many people popped their cum at this game when they saw it? When I saw it the first time, it was like Philadelphia, but I think this is worse. It's like nobody like had a meeting about this. You weren't like, pop you cum. I know it's pop you cum, but it really sounds like pop you cum. Like you were fine with this. This was a cool idea for a kids game, a kids co-op game called Pop You Cum.
This was the Jack in the Box that they have at the adult store.
Yeah. I was like, Pop You Cum? Okay. All right. I don't
know. How's it any different than Gamecom? To pop you, it's Gamecom.
I don't know. Gamecom didn't sound like Gamecom. I don't know. The ways that they say it.
You never played Gamecom.
Pop You Cum. So it really sound it. Listen to it again. They're saying Pop You Cum. It's like you pop your own cum. I'm not into this. I don't like it.
I've been on Twitter long enough that I don't see references to that as often. So I'm glad to see it back.
Yeah, I was like, what? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of.
It's like if you sprayed some Splatoon on Puyo Puyo.
That's pretty much what it looks like to me. Yeah.
Yep. If you come on Puyo Puyo, you got Pop You Cum.
Let's move on from this game.
Yes.
let's pop our
Tamagotchi Life is similar.
Let's pop our cum to the next thing.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. Yeah, remember that game? That got announced a few directs back. It's still going. It's still silly. They still got the fun voices.
Totally into this. Yep. One thing I noticed, I watched a couple of different trailers for this, and like even the UK one, they give them all British accents. All the means have British accents in the UK version of the trailer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Which I did see something on Tomodachi Life a couple months ago, which kind of touched on that, like this being a language heavy game, how interesting and how difficult it is to bring it to different territories and all that. This seems like a game to me where there's like a lot more going on under the hood. Looks so simple, but it's probably like a pretty big technical challenge to make this kind of game. And I'm so excited for this because I love weird Nintendo, and I never got a chance to play the original one. I'm absolutely on board for this.
What they really need this time, and I really hope they do it, but same-sex relationships. That was a big deal last time, that you could not date. You could not date. Men could not date men. Women can date women. Whatever.
I think they showed it. If I'm not mistaken, I think in the last trailer they
Well, they
had
didn't. I mean, they showed
brief
like
something, yeah.
they showed like two women hanging out together. That doesn't mean anything
Yeah.
necessarily.
Oh.
But can you get married in it? Because in the game you can get married. Like, I made a bunch of Mii's, and Jess and I got married in the game, like on their own accord.
Aww.
Which I thought was pretty funny. Way before we were married in real life, I was like, oh wow, okay. Because you hear people saying like, oh, I made whoever on there, and they ended up running off with my wife. But our Mii's got together in the game, so I was like, okay. But yeah, I had fun with it on 3DS. But yeah, a huge thing was a lot of people were pissed off about was that it was very much like only hetero relationships and all that, and they really need to fix that shit because there was a big like queer community that was really into it, and they felt hurt that they did not have that. And they have like kind of fixed that somewhat in like some of the Fire Emblem stuff later, so hopefully they do. I'm just saying that would be a huge fucking misstep if you can't date whoever you want. Like, come on, like there's so many games where you can do that have come out before. It should be completely open here. To let your Mii's do whatever they want. But yeah, no, the game has always been super weird. It's kind of like Animal Crossing, but really weird. But I don't think you have a whole lot of control. I think they kind of just do their own thing, and it's just let's see it be weird, I guess.
Yeah, someone called it an ant farm. That's what it seems like. You don't have control over ants, but you can kind of, shape the farm, so to speak. And, it's a little bit of like a god game too, that kind of way.
Yeah. I did do what was it? I got one of those buy two get one free Target deals, and it was like the free game way back when for this on 3DS. And yeah, it was fun.
Did the 3DS have the text to speech as well?
What do you mean? Like you type it in and it
Like
says it?
like what? Well, no, like whenever the characters talk, they're like saying the words. It's just like in a really flat like.
Oh yeah, no, they did. It had the speech in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember because they did like a whole really weird direct like about it. About the first Tomodachi game. I'll have to see if I can find it, and I'll put it on the Slack because it's really funny. Like, they do some silly stuff, and like Reggie's in there, and they do a bunch of stuff with with them having dreams about each other and all like the Nintendo developers, and it's done really well. It's like a 30-minute direct that like nobody really talked that much about because they kind of just posted it, and it was back before whatever people cared about it, but it was really funny. So yeah. Tomodachi Life. And that's a next year game too, right? Without a release date.
Yep.
It's a spring
2026 for Switch 1, not for Switch 2 specifically.
Yeah, I didn't really. I mean, I guess there's some, but they're still, and I feel like they're going to do this for a long time, where they keep doing Switch 1 and Switch 2 stuff. Is the Yoshi one Switch 2 only, or is that on Switch 1 also?
That one was Switch 2. I was pretty careful to try and mark which one was.
Yeah.
So Switch 2, yep.
I would think that all the Nintendo, I guess they did announce this one in that like pre-direct, like before the Switch 2 direct. You remember when we had like within a week we had the Switch 2 direct, and then we had the Switch 1 direct and the Switch 2 direct like a few days apart.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The Tomodachi Life was in the first one, so it was originally in the time before the Switch 2 stuff existed or whatever. So they have to honor that, I guess.
Right.
So yeah,
Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection.
Hey,
that one.
Bingo for me because, and I honestly didn't think it was going to happen. It was like
I was surprised.
4 corners of hope, but it wasn't on my 4 corners. No, I just really wanted to know the fucking release date, and they've been like not saying it for so long, and I was like, wouldn't it be cool if it was in the Nintendo Direct? And here it is. We finally have the release date, and it's fucking falling on top of those million other October games that I'm planning on getting, but whatever, who cares? It's coming out on October 30th, which is kind of a perfect time for Mortal Kombat, right next to Halloween. And I think
Perfect.
I'm guessing it's probably going to go for $50, I think is what I saw online, but I don't know. It's not on the eShop yet. I looked for it. But fuck yeah, let's do it. Are you planning on getting this one, John, to break your curse of never buying a Mortal Kombat game?
Yeah, my first Mortal Kombat game is going to be all of them.
Well,
wow.
Not all of them.
Almost all of them.
4 of them. There's a lot more. There's like 12 of them. It's
Sure.
it's like a quarter of them. I say don't discount those GameCube ones. They're some of the best ones, and the new ones. Actually, the new ones are the best ones, but you can play the old ones on there. Well, Mortal Kombat 4 is a big deal because it never got released on anything else. But yeah, I'm very excited about it. Hooray! And physical. There's a physical coming out in December too. But I can't wait that long. I'm getting the digital one. And the first of the 3 sevens that I talked about on last week's episode. I don't know where I even saw this. I just saw people online talking about that somebody had said that there would be 3 sevens in the Direct, and I kind of just went with it because I thought it'd be fun because one of those sevens is one. Actually, 2 of them are ones that I really care about. But and it was right. There were 3 sevens in the Direct, and this is the first one, and that is Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, which has a release date now. You can pre-order it. This one was actually surprisingly cheap. I was actually really surprised by the price on this one. It's only $40 for a game that came out in 2020 on PS4. But I mean, that's the same price as Galaxy 2, which came out when? Like 20 years ago? Well, not that long, like 15 years ago or something. I just saw online that this game is going to be the new belt holder of most giantest Switch 2 game, coming in at 90 gigs.
Woo!
For Final Fantasy VII download. Holy shit. I thought about maybe getting it for $40, but I'm like, I don't got room for that. For 90 gigs? Wow. That's huge. I don't know. Any interest in this one, Jeremy?
Probably not. Because I have it on the PS5 and I've barely played it.
Oh, you have it already. Do you have it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
do.
didn't know if you had it or not. And you could probably get it for dirt cheap there, I'm sure, even if you didn't.
Yep.
I'm not really, I'm not really a fan of Final Fantasy VII. I played it all the way through on PS3 through Virtual Console or whatever. And it's not my favorite. I played the demo of this when it came out, and I thought it was fine. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Ys because it had that action combat, but I don't know. I don't really care about those characters or that world or whatever that much. But maybe if it's really on sale, I'll get it at some point, but probably not. Linked, Banner of the Storm, another roguelite.
Banner of the Spark.
Oh, Spark. Yeah. You could tell how much I remembered this one. Any thoughts on this one? Anybody remember it at all?
I wrote this description down and I still struggle to remember the game. But it's isometric, futuristic game where you battle foes to rescue robot allies and collect resources and create a place for others to call home. So I guess it's kind of like a roguelite meets a little bit of a life sim. So that's interesting if you like those kind of things.
There is like farming in here, and funny thing, when you're farming, you like punch your plants to collect them. So
nice.
I thought that was funny. You're like punching them, and that's knocking them out. So they're keeping the action element through all of it. So there you go. Yeah, I think that was a today release, right?
Oh, now,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah,
it has mouse controls on the Switch too.
Oh, I guess I missed that part. Yeah, it was like, I don't know. Yeah, it's another one of those, $24.99. Cool. But the next one is the big one. For one of us, we got a release date. And are you gonna preload? Are you gonna preload this so you can play it in Japan?
I kind of want to. So yes, Hades 2, which they announced
soon.
A while ago, was going to be a console exclusive, at least a timed console exclusive to the Switch, specifically the Switch, not just the Switch 2. So it'll be on either place, and I imagine it'll run okay on both. But obviously, I'll play it on the 2 because that's what I got.
Yeah, I think they're the same price. Yeah, no difference.
This might be something I wait till I get back to play. I don't know how much time I'm gonna have to play games when I'm out and about, but I kind of want to have it while I'm on the plane on the way back. So we'll see.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh man, you're good. It also falls on the weekend of Tokyo Game Show, same time. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure it's going to be there. It's got to be at the Tokyo Game Show. But yeah, coming out on the 25th. When we were in Japan, what was it? Luigi's Mansion 3 released while we were there.
Yeah.
And I preloaded it, and I turned it on and played it a little bit. I mean, I didn't have a whole lot of time to play games either, but it was cool to be able to play it when it came out in a different country and all that,
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to access the USE shop from there. I don't know how that works. I probably can.
Oh, you can. I mean, I think I don't think it changes. You just need to be able to get online, with
You
your
should be able.
Switch.
I mean, you can access the Japanese eShop from here.
True.
Yeah. I don't think it matters where you're at.
I didn't know if there was anything with the region locking with the specific model, but that's not the one I have.
Yeah. No, when I was there, I just connected to the internet, and it was the same as everything. But one thing I thought was really cool, I mean, if you have Netflix, if you connect to Netflix when you're in a different country, you get a completely different Netflix than you have here. Like when I was in Japan, I got on Netflix, and I was like, what? They have all the Gundam episodes on here? What? And they had all, well, this was before they did like the One Piece live action, but they had all the One Pieces on there, and there was all like categorized by story and by where they were, like on the water and all that. It was really cool. But none of them were in English. They were all in Japanese only. But it's completely different. If you log on, it's completely different. Or some apps don't even work. Like when I was in Abu Dhabi, I couldn't get on everything. I think I watched like Crunchyroll most of the time because that worked, and Troma now worked too, so I could watch Troma streaming service.
Nice.
But it was like, some stuff, because some stuff get all integrated into other things. Like I know Netflix is bigger in other countries, like other stuff that'll be on other streaming services will all be on there.
Right.
You know, so it's fun to just see
because the different licenses for the stuff are different in every country as well.
So I saw like a lot more anime stuff on there at the time, you know. And it was
needless to say, this game's going to really shine on that bigger screen, and it's great in handheld mode. I mean, I played it in handheld mode, mostly on TV with Hades 1, but I did play it handheld sometimes, and always thought it was good for that. So yeah, I'm excited, and everything I've heard about, I've only heard good things about it, and being like better than the other one in a lot of regards, and I consider the first one a masterpiece. So
yeah, you love the first one. It's like one of your favorites.
I do.
One of your favorites like, of all time.
For real.
Yeah, it showed up on my game of the year. Even though I think I still don't fully understand it all the way, but it looks really pretty and it plays really good. I'm not that good at those games, but I know a lot of people really love the early access stuff of this one, and now it's like within a couple weeks away. So
just the music,
exciting.
I'm excited just to hear the new music.
Oh yeah, the music and the fully voiced characters and the art is really good, and
this one,
the trailer was cool.
And this one, like all the like Mount Olympus is like fighting itself or something. So there's going to be some extra drama between the gods, I'm sure, because they already got mad if you like would follow one and not another in certain rooms, and they'd attack you. So I wonder what it's going to be like now that they're actually fighting each other.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you have any interest in this one, John? You never played a Hades one.
I never did play a Hades one, no. I mean, I would play that first before I played this.
If you have Netflix, you can play it for free.
I don't have Netflix. Actually.
It's on Netflix games.
You do sometimes. You dip in and out. Sometimes you have it. Whenever
sometimes
you have it, play it. Yeah, Hades too. That was on your bingo card, right?
It was.
Yeah. Cool. The most expensive of all the amiibo, Kirby Air Rider amiibo. I'm not getting any of these, but they're big. You can switch their riding things with each other. Cool. Coming out when the game launches. There's another direct coming, which Sakurai did say in the first direct, so that wasn't really a surprise. But that would have been a good bingo spot, I guess, to predict that they'd mention it. They'd mention that there was another one coming.
Do you think that it's two amiibo and they both have like a scanner thing on them, or do you think one or the other one of them doesn't have it?
It'd be cool if it was two, but I was guessing it was probably just one, that the base is the scanner and the ones that you switch. But I mean, if you switch them, do they scan? They would scan differently, right? Like depending on which one you have on the base or whatever. It's a cool idea, but yeah, that's almost the price of the whole game. Like, it's like $20 less than the whole game. It's like, yeah, and the two of those is like $100, and it's just like, yeah.
They're really squeezing everything they can out of this Air Raiders.
Yeah.
They are. Yeah. I wonder, I think probably what Jeremy said earlier was correct, that they're repositioning Amiibo as like, not the bonus, thing, the extra $15 or whatever that they could get out of you, but like as an alternative to say like the nice statues. Like, I guess if you think about it, if it's a more premium item, some of those statues, start at like $150 and go on up to $300, whatever. But this could be like a cheap version of those if you want.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could think of it like I mean, you remember like those deluxe editions of games you could get that were like twice the price, and you'd get like a Master Chief statue or something like that.
Yep.
You know, like that sort of thing, I guess. My favorite deluxe edition was the Catherine one because it was the same price as everything else, and you got a free T-shirt, an underwear, and a body pillow that came in.
The underwear was so comfortable.
They came in a pizza box. I didn't wear the underwear because it didn't fit me. And I didn't never use the body pillow. I just used the T-shirt, which was cool. But I mean, I just liked that it was a deluxe, but it didn't cost extra. It's the same price. Those are the kind of deluxes that I like. But yeah, premium stuff for all you Kirby Air Rider lovers out there. Can do that. We finally got a release date for Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. It's coming out in November. Cool, I guess. I don't know. Anybody care about this game?
No.
I still have a medium level interest in it. I think it looks prettier than the other ones did, notably.
Maybe there'll be a demo like the other one.
I think there probably will be, and I think I'm interested to see how the Switch can handle the Dynasty Warriors, 1,000 characters on screen at once kind of thing.
Well, Switch 1 didn't handle it very well, so Switch 2 will do better, hopefully. Because
Right.
I mean, I guess that was a big thing about Switch 2 was that all those Muso games ran much, much better now, from what I heard. So, cool.
I guess the other aspect that interested me was the fact that it's the flip side of the Tears of the Kingdom story, which I think that's a little bit intriguing. So I don't know. On a good day, if I got some extra money, I could get into it. And certainly, if there's a demo, I'll try it.
Yeah, they need to do. I mean, I remember the demo for the other one. I don't think it was that long, but they should be doing these like 10-hour demos, like the RPGs are doing. Like, those are great.
I agree.
But speaking of RPGs, and speaking of number 2 of the 3 sevens, this is Dragon Quest VII Reimagined.
This got ruined for me by the YouTube.
Oh no, damn it! I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So I had heard rumors about this for a while, and I was like, Dragon Quest VII, really? They're going to skip remakes of 4, 5, and 6 and go straight to 7? That's weird. That doesn't make sense. But I went with it anyway. I put specifically Dragon Quest VII on my bingo card just because I thought maybe it would happen, just because of the 3 sevens that were floating around out there. And this is 7 number 2. And this game actually looks much different than the 3DS remake. I thought maybe they just would re-release the 3DS remake again because that game was awesome. But no, this is a whole different remake of it where the camera angle looks completely different. Like this is more top down. The 3DS one was kind of more like on the ground with the characters.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see any evidence of class changes, but that has to be in there. That was my favorite part of the game, was that you could switch your classes from one thing to another. And, depending on which ones you've mastered, you get higher ones, and eventually you get to become the god class, and you can just destroy everyone, which was a lot of fun.
I mean, were those classes in the original version as well?
I think so, yeah. And the
probably will be in
PlayStation
there.
one, I believe so. The 3DS one, they just kind of tried to streamline it better. Because the PlayStation one kind of got a bad rap because it was really long and it takes forever before you even do anything, I think.
Well, this one's supposed to be streamlined as well, I think.
Yeah, they're streamlining it even more this time. I don't know. I mean, 7 gets a lot of hate. I don't know why. Like, I loved it on 3DS, but then again, I put like 150 hours into that game, at least, if not more. You know, it is a long game.
I think a big thing people goofed on was that it was like it didn't look like it belonged on that generation of hardware. I mean, it did work on that generation of hardware, but it looked like it was the development started, more sprite based and
on PlayStation.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it was what I really wanted at the time. Like, I didn't have a PlayStation, but my friends and I, we had 64s, and we were like, we want a game that looks like a Super Nintendo game that takes you forever to beat.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was the game. We wanted a game that had old school graphics and was just long as hell, because you could only have like one game for however many months, and we wanted just a really, really long one. So I was like, oh man, I would have loved that when I was 18. But then I played it later, when I was 20 something or whatever, or 30 something. Anyway, I loved it when it came out, and it was while we were doing this podcast too. So, but I mean, do you have any interest in Dragon Quest VII?
I do, yes.
Yeah, you like those games. Yeah,
I think this looks like the right one for me to play.
Yeah, and it's coming out February, pretty close. And $60, not $70, which it seems most of the third-party new games are going with that price still. So, cool. cool. Not everything is 70.
Hoping for a demo. That would be nice.
Yeah, demo would be cool. One of those fun 8-hour demos carries into the game. I'm really interested to see what they do differently with it, and I'm gonna buy it. I love Dragon Quest, so it's doesn't take much to convince me on that. But I'm happy to see. I hope that some people that'll get less hate, and people will really realize how cool Dragon Quest VII is. And I know you've said before, it kind of reminds you of Chrono Trigger a little bit because it does have the time travel in it, and there's this whole aspect where you get to rebuild the world, which I thought was really cool. And
that is cool.
You like collect pieces of the map and you stick them together, and sometimes you have to go back in time to fix things. Sometimes you got to go forward in time to fix things. It's like there's a whole lot of back and forth, light world, dark world sort of stuff, past, future. I thought it was really cool, and I enjoyed it. So I'm happy that it's here.
Well, it was right about this point in the direct when I was thinking I haven't heard enough about Kirby Air Riders, and thankfully they swooped back in on a big yellow star with a Nintendo Today update saying they're giving new Kirby themes and we'll be getting constant information about Kirby Air Riders
straight to your phone.
Straight to my phone. Yep.
I thought you were going to say I was hoping that they would mention the app that I use every day, the Nintendo Today app.
Yep.
And anybody use the Nintendo Today app, by the way?
Every once in a while, I remember I have it.
I'll check it whenever I remember it exists, but I really don't check it at all. I'll be like, oh yeah, there is that, and then I'll look at it for a second, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's still nothing on here really. I like to see the animation of the new day number. That's all that's cool, I guess, because I have the Kirby one, and you could see Kirby's carry out the day of the month or whatever, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, I guess. But that's about.
I like to guess who that mysterious figure is in the silhouette.
Yeah, they're so hard. I can never tell.
Definitely Luigi. Yeah.
It's Persian.
Do you want to take a break before we get into our favorite?
Let's take
one
a quick
from the whole
break
thing?
because this is my favorite moment of the whole thing. Let's take a quick break.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Hey, you.
It's me, Mario.
Yeah, you. Subscribe to our Patreon to hear our bonus shows, which happen every month.
I'm tired.
Tired of all the big corporate podcasts spoon-feeding you the same old video game news on every single show?
Spaghetti. Ravioli.
Then expand!
With NintenDomain Expansion Pack.
It's us talking about old games that were important to us. It's us interviewing people that we meet at conventions. And heck, it's live shows from those same conventions. It's basically everything you could want that NintenDomain ever made.
Here we go! And it's just $1 a month.
That's less than a bad indie on the eShop.
It's $12 a year, which is less than Nintendo Switch Online.
Thank you so much for subscribing to our Patreon and supporting NintenDomain.
Just go to patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast and hey, Mario, let go. Whoa! He's throwing us back to the show.
So long, Bowser.
Patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast.
Game over.
Anyway, all right, we're back from the break. Why don't you talk about the next thing, John? Because I know you're very excited about it.
Oh man, I was super excited for it. Yeah, Virtual Boy. It's coming to Switch and Switch 2.
Oh my god, this is Nintendo Switch
knew?
Online specific.
Plus expansion pack. Yep.
You guys both talked about new Nintendo Switch Online stuff, talking about the Wii, the DS, but nobody thought that they were going to bring back the big, beautiful, ugly red face thing, the Virtual Boy.
Literally nobody thought that. Nobody.
Yeah, I don't know of anyone that would have thought of that. It sounds like a April Fool's Day article.
That's exactly what I thought. It's like, am I watching an April Fool's Direct? No, this is the real thing. They're really doing it, which I think is it signifies a lot of other things about what could happen in the future. I think this is like Nintendo entering a new era where they've recognized it's important to recognize all of their history.
They finally embraced the Virtual Boy.
The Virtual Boy. They got the museum.
I definitely gave myself a mark because I said some new physical accessory for the Switch.
Sure,
that counts. Yeah. Yep. It's funny to think of an entire console as an accessory to another console, but
it's just the shit. It's just
it is an accessory. Like I saw it and I really yelled out, "What the fuck!" Like I
absolutely did.
I couldn't believe it. Like I thought I was dreaming or something. I was like, "What?"
And then when they first showed it, I was like, "Okay," in my head, I'm like, "We're gonna play Virtual Boy on the Switch. Like it's just gonna be, maybe
two-dimensional
filter on it, right? You could put a filter on it so it's not red or whatever, and that's what I thought they were going to say. And then they were like, with stereoscopic 3D, and I'm like, wait, how? And then they explained.
Yeah, I thought it was just going to be. Yeah, I thought it was just going to be like not 3D, like you just get it. Do you think you can still play it like that, even if you don't buy like the big accessory? Like if you just open it,
it
do you
said
think
it was
there's
required.
a way to? Okay,
yeah.
But you can probably still turn it on,
works,
and it just won't work, and it just won't look right, if you don't have the thing.
Yeah, I have a feeling it won't load without.
I mean, because you can load like
protocol.
You can load like Labo VR without the VR headset on. It just it just looks blurred. Like you can't tell what it is.
Yeah, I'm wondering how it actually works because the original Virtual Boy was like mirrors and stuff inside. But how's it going to turn the Switch 2 or Switch 1 into something that has depth and all that?
It'll be the same way the VR headset.
I was going to say if you want to know how it works, go find that unopened box of Labo VR that you have and put it together. Actually, I do think you put the headset together at least, right? Because it's going to work the same way. It has like two different lenses. It's pretty much exactly the same as the Labo VR, except now it's going to be in red.
Yep. Yeah. That's my theory, at least. I mean, maybe they'll do something different, but I doubt it because the very fact that they said there'd be a cardboard version made me think it's just going to be
Labo VR.
A repackaging of Labo VR, yeah.
I forget. With the Labo VR, is it the thing where it has like two identical images?
Well, they're slightly different, and that gives it depth.
Yeah, like so you can still turn on VR for Breath of the Wild. And you can do that without your headset or whatever. And yet it'll like double the image.
But it also is like kind of fish-eyed too.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I was just saying you can turn it on and look at it like even without the thing and see. I guess
I'm more wondering how the original Virtual Boy worked, because I don't think it was exactly that. My understanding is it had some kind of mirrors to.
I think that had like an interlaced image that was being like turned on and off rapidly to the different eyes. That's kind of what I understand, because there was actually like a thing inside that was spinning around, like a motorized component. So yeah, I think that's how that works.
I mean, you took it apart, right?
What's up?
I mean, Jeremy, you actually like took yours apart, right? So
yeah,
you've seen like the insides and all that. Because you tried to bake it to fix the
right.
Yeah.
It worked for a short amount of time. But no, this is a far superior approach to baking it, I think.
Yeah.
Just ordering a new shell from Nintendo. Yep.
Are we all in on the $100 Virtual Boy then?
I don't think so.
I was kind of going back and forth. At first I was like, you just found a place for your old Virtual Boy. It was in a closet for so long, but now you got it on display downstairs. You want to find another place for the new one? But also I'm kind of like, I don't know. I think I have to get it though. Like I feel weird not getting it.
More. I foresee it being like 5-10 years from now, probably being a collector's item because I don't think a lot of people are going to buy it. Maybe I'll be wrong though.
It's so stupid, but it's kind of awesome. It's super awesome at the same time.
Stupid.
Like I'm excited about it. You know, I thought so many times about like modding my 3DS just so I could play, because they did that like app. You know, they did the homebrew thing where you could play all your like all the Virtual Boy games on the 3DS in 3D. But now I can do it legally, and I don't have to mod my 3DS. So I mean, I was definitely, I was going to get the cardboard thing regardless. But what I'm excited about is this actually makes like Labo VR like doable again.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't do it because the Switch 2 was too big for the original Labo VR
Oh, yeah,
headset.
that's true. I didn't think about that.
But now you'll have a new way to look at it in 3D, so that should make the VR work for Labo, and also the VR work for Breath of the Wild.
So
again.
does that mean they're going to release 2 versions of the plastic Virtual Boy? Or do you think they'll both models of Switch will fit in there and there'll be some kind of adapter or something?
Both
right.
will fit into the one. Yeah,
I would guess that there's got to be an adapter or something, but that also makes me wonder: will you not see the entire screen then? Because the Switch 2 is so much bigger than the Switch 1, and they have to both still fit in there, but they have to both still work with the whatever
it'll be the
the
same resolution, and it'll just have like part
Yeah.
of the screen just obscured.
Yeah. So if it's only using part of the screen, then maybe it won't work. Then maybe it won't work as well with the VR. But I want to, with the Labo stuff, but I want to believe. I just want to try to play that Breath of the Wild VR again, like I did. And for anybody who buys the cardboard one, yeah, they show them like, holding it up by your head, which is how you're supposed to do the Labo VR too.
Yeah.
For like $5, you can buy like a little like head strap thing for like the Google Glass or whatever. I bought one off of Amazon. Works like a dream. Just buy it. It's got the little Velcro. Just put it on the side. Put it around your head. There's pictures. I put it on the Slack. A picture of me wearing it. I played a lot of Breath of the Wild like that in VR, and it was fun. So it can be done. You don't need to play it up here like an idiot. You can play with a regular controller. I'm actually really interested as to how the controller is going to work because
in the direct, some people may not have noticed he was not using a Virtual Boy controller. He was using the dog ear.
He was using the regular Joy-Cons, but the Virtual Boy controller was so stupid, like with the 2 like digital pads and all that. It's just, is it going to be like sticks or now the other digital
it's like
pad?
4 shoulder buttons and 2 pads, and then an A and B button.
Yeah, it was. I always thought it was a fucking weird controller.
I would be interested how, like, if they did release one. I mean, it's really not going to have much use outside of the Virtual Boy because of how strange of a controller it is.
I know,
Right.
but we got the GameCube controller and the 64 controller that only really work for those.
We did see that homebrew game at MGC where they used a Virtual Boy controller with the homebrew.
Oh yeah, the Robotron or whatever it was. It was so you could have like dual, so you could do like dual stick aiming, but with two control pads.
So maybe they'll make games like that on the indie, but probably not. No one's going to do that.
Anton Blast is jumping out on it and putting their own Virtual Boy stuff to the game, like extra shit or whatever. So.
Well, it always kind of looked like a Wario game, so it makes sense to me.
Yeah, but and they showed, how many games did they show coming to it? Like most of them, right? Like how many?
14?
So it was 14, and there's total 22 in the whole library. So if nothing else, you could have on this thing, almost all of the library of one of these NSOs in one go. So that's reason enough to get the Virtual Boy, I think. Yeah, the other reason to think, besides just like being curious and all that stuff, is like if you want more weird Nintendo, this is the big swing that Nintendo's taking. This is also their barometer for how weird do you want us to get, so like support this. Yes. Go out and get the Virtual Boy. I'm just excited to get to try a lot of these games, which I've only ever played 4. I think Virtual Boy games. I played Wario Land, Teleroboxer, Mario Clash, and Mario Tennis, and that's it.
I've never played Clash. I want to try Clash.
Yes, some of these are really hard.
Cool.
Some of these are really hard to get to. Like Jack Bros is pretty limited, right? It's like really expensive, and
Shin Megami Tensei, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's the one. It's one of the whatever, the little creatures from Shin Megami.
Yeah, one of the games
Yokai.
is worth $10,000. Sold for $10,000 on eBay. That's the bowling game.
Not Nestor's
Nestor's
Funky
Funky,
Bowling.
nope.
Yeah, because that's the one I have.
Virtual bowling.
I got excited for just a second. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, damn it.
Yeah,
Oops,
yeah.
sorry.
Why no Nestors? That's a weird one that's missing, but
That's Howard Lincoln.
maybe later. Yeah.
I mean, they could. There's only two. I have the whole list here. I only see 2 games that are like licensed games, that would be SD Gundam Dimension War and then Waterworld. Other than that, like, yeah, these are all, just original like video games. So yeah, we're getting Virtual Boy, Wario Land, Galactic Pinball, Red Alarm, Teleroboxer, Mario's Tennis, Jack Bros, Vertical Force, Mario Clash, Golf, Virtual Bowling, Insmouse no Yakata, Space.
I'm
Invaders
excited about
Virtual-
that one.
It's going to be in
I've heard it's
English,
cool.
right?
It's like Instant Mouse no Yakacha is like a horror game, first-person horror game.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know anything about it really.
It'll be translated though, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
It has to be.
But it's like Fantasy Star, like that style, like Dungeon Crawler, but in 3D.
Yeah. I hadn't heard of that one, or yeah, but no, I will.
Jeremy Parrish just talked about it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, weren't you were there when we saw his whole? I saw a couple of his Virtual Boy panels. You went for that, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, you were there.
I think so.
I mean, I've heard good things about a lot of these games, and just makes me wonder, like, is the library pretty good overall? Like, the four
No.
that I played were all good.
I mean, there's not that
No.
many, so I think they're. I mean, I don't know. I haven't
pretty
played all
good
of them,
hit
but
rate,
I
I
think
think.
they're all like okay for the most part.
There, so what it was being billed at the time, like all these games are pretty much disappointments. They could have just been Game Boy games for the most part, or like maybe Game Boy Advance eventually with the quality of the sprites, but none of them are like large, full experiences other than maybe Wario Land, I would say. At least of the ones that I've played. They're more like mini gamey.
Arcade type games.
Yeah, I guess Red Alarm's like a full flight game, like somewhat like Star Fox, but yeah, I don't know. Like the investment is crazy when you think about it, because you have to have
It's like a
the
quarter
Nintendo
of the
Online
system almost.
premium membership to access the games, because I don't think they're part of the standard NSO. Maybe they are, but
They're the expansion pack, yeah.
yeah, they're the expansion packs. You have to have the expansion pack, then you have to have this accessory. So it's like, I am interested in how many people actually end up buying this stuff, and who knows though? People buy everything that Nintendo makes, right? Except for the Virtual Boy when it first.
Yeah.
That's what the internet likes to say. I do see that in a lot
Do you
of
think they'll sell
message
more
boards.
Virtual Boy shells,
Yes.
than Celestial Virtual Boys?
In the first day, they will. In the first day, they're going to outsell their original run of the Virtual Boy, 100%.
Oh yeah,
I guess,
they
you
probably
know,
will.
Magical Dream World is that they actually like develop for this thing if enough people buy it, but I doubt they will.
Yeah, they probably won't make new stuff, but just
I'm
the
wondering-
fact that it's here is pretty awesome.
It
I'm
shows
wondering-
promise for other bizarre Nintendo stuff, like
Yeah, keep
Wii?
coming.
which isn't bizarre, but maybe the Wii could come now with.
And certainly the DS. Like, they're going
Mhm.
to release something that essentially like apes a previous console entirely. Why not release a second screen that's dedicated just for a DS? I think a lot of people would buy that, or even better, a 3D screen if you want to do 3DS. Sure.
It makes me wonder if they ever were planning on maybe doing the Virtual Boy Classic, and then this is what sort of became of it.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
And it was like, oh yeah, let's release it this way. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it. Also, I was wondering, like, Anton Blast, they were pretty quick on announcing their Virtual Boy mode, which makes me think that they had the inside scoop on this, and perhaps Nintendo is actually like opening up to anybody who wants to make a new Virtual Boy game for this thing. Like,
Well, that's what we are hoping.
yeah. I mean, that they announced it the next day, right? So they were working on it. I'm sure it's going to be more than just like a red filter on Anton Blast. Like, it's going to be an actual proper, 3D thing with depth. Is that what they said?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't I didn't look.
I thought it was
look at
just
the-
like a filter.
Yeah, I thought maybe it's just a filter. It'd be great if it was like 3D, that it would work with the thing. I think what was it? The developers of Mutant Muds said that they tried to, propose the idea of remaking like Wario Land like on 3D for 3DS in color, and Nintendo like shot it down. But this was like years ago. So there's been people wanting to do stuff with it, but I don't know.
Yeah, and it's already up on the website for. You can register your interest. You can't pre-order it yet, but you can get an email when it's ready to go. So sign up and get
Yeah,
notified.
sure.
And when it's ready to go is June 17th of next year. Not June. February, June,
February.
February 17th of next year. So it's right. It's not that far away. I was like, man, what a world we live in.
This is like that post Japan trip world that I have to look forward to because I've kind of not been thinking of much beyond it.
Understandably.
It's best not to. Just stay there for as long as you can. Yeah, Virtual Boy. It was definitely what the fuck is happening here. It was kind of funny because I watched it by myself and I was like, I don't need that thing. And then I watched it with Jess and Jess was like, I think you need to get that thing. And I was like, oh god. So it was.
Well, you got a blessing for your partner. I don't think I'm getting the same thing. I don't think I'm getting that blessing.
Well, I was like, well, I guess I do need to get it. So I thought about getting the cardboard, but I don't, I don't see myself getting both, but I don't know. I'm happy it exists.
I am too. It should, more than anything, the hope of other weirder stuff. And in a way, it's kind of like the return of Labo. I didn't put it down, but had I would have counted it.
Totally the return of Labo.
Yep. Yeah, kind of. I mean, cardboard back again.
How about Fatal Frame 2? Anybody interested in this?
I've never owned a Fatal Frame game. I've always kind of wanted to, but I never played any of them.
Now's your chance.
Maybe, I don't know. I want to play that Wii U one. I think that's on Switch now too, but that was like a Wii U exclusive back in the heyday of Wii U. But I don't know. Yeah, Fatal Frame. I mean, I'm glad there's more of them. I mean, I always thought they were cool. I liked the idea of it, but I've never actually. I think I played it. One of them had a demo. I had played the demo of it. I think it was the Wii U one. So there was that. And then it's
I thought it was interesting that I think it came out on PS2 first, and then somewhere along the line, Nintendo kind of took them under their wing, and now they seem to be more associated with Nintendo.
Well, they kind of did that with Monster Hunter too, to a point. Like Monster Hunter was a big. I think it was originally a PlayStation 2 thing, but then it was on PlayStation Portable. But once Monster Hunter got on 3DS, then that was like huge, and then it kind of became a Nintendo thing for a while, and it still is for some things. And then we get our slew of coming to Switch 2 stuff or new Switch 2 update stuff. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. I was disappointed that this wasn't the One Piece RPG game that's on there. Because this is the One Piece Muso. I don't really care about this, but if it was the One Piece RPG game that's on there that got a 2 update, I would be more inclined to get it. Because it's been on my wish list for a while, and it does go down to half price often. And I've thought about pulling the gun on it a few times, but I never did. But if it was the RPG one, I'd be like, oh, well, I guess I have to get it now because it has Switch 2 version, and I love Switch 2 versions. Overcooked 2, Switch 2 edition.
I got no interest.
Okay. I mean,
I wish I could have gotten into Overcooked. It's just too stressful.
It's too frantic. Yeah, I played the first one. It's really stressful.
It's like I do that for a job. I don't need to do it in a game.
Yeah, right. Bring your stress home. I did like the new Stardew Valley stuff. Mouse controls in Stardew Valley sounds awesome.
So is it? Go ahead.
It's like it showed them using it to decorate their house, like moving stuff on the, hanging like pictures on the wall and stuff like that with mouse mode. So I don't know if you can. I mean, would you be able to click around the map like you can like on the PC? I would guess because you can move around like that.
I bet it would make fishing easier.
The game share the game share to 3 people was pretty awesome. Like I thought that was a really cool thing. If you wanted to, if you could ever get, if Shauna was interested in Stardew Valley, you could always, put it on your Switch 2 and share it to your Switch 1, and both of you could play 2-player like that.
That's true.
Through game share, because it'll go on Switch 1 also. So that's a fun thing to do. And there's a big update for Stardew Valley too. There's like a 1.7 just came out, right?
I did see Concerned Ape was like, just so you know, this is going to be free, except for in Japan, where they have to charge. So it'll be whatever the least amount is.
Oh yeah, like
for the
update, $1 or $2 or whatever because of the update.
So that's good. I mean, I can just plan on having a nicer Stardew Valley on my Switch.
Stardew Valley, yeah. I mean, I like Stardew Valley.
Will I play through it again? Maybe.
You have played through it a few times on different things. Human Fall Flat. That's a game you liked, John.
Yeah, I have that game. I think I put a few hours into it, and I got to go back to it. I like those goofy physics type games. I just never got too deep into it. I think I just got distracted. So maybe this would be a reason, and especially if this is a free one, sure, I'll try it. But I don't think I would buy it though.
Yeah. And then we went on to more stuff. There's still a lot of stuff on here, so we've got to try to get through before, because I know you got to leave it too, right?
Yeah, I
On
do.
the dot. Yeah. Then Power Wash Simulator 2. I kind of double take this when I looked at the outline, because I was like, 2? I thought it was just a good looking version of 1, because 1 looked like shit on Switch 1, and I thought they were just putting out a Switch 2 version of it that didn't look like ass. But I guess they're doing a whole new game.
Yep.
I never played
Pretty
this,
popular.
but you did. Jeremy played the first one, right?
I did, and wow, just wow. There's a sequel that shows you how important this game is, and this one has multiplayer. I don't think the first one did,
Split screen too.
so you can clean together.
I think hopefully it's just part of the charm, but I noticed that like 10 FPS of the characters moving around in the background, like the stop motion-y type stuff. Maybe
They should just let you clean each other off.
like maybe that's
make
just
an avatar, and then
yeah.
you're all dirty and you need sprayed down.
Yeah, if there's multiplayer, why not, right? That would make sense. Yeah, I don't know. I never played any of these games, but I know people love them. So, I mean, yeah.
That zen of cleaning that some people just really like.
Yeah, it's better to clean something in a video game than do it in real life. Coming out this fall 2025, which is now. The next one, I'm sure, was very big excitement at your house. Right, Jeremy? This was a big one between you and Shauna.
I told Sean about it. I haven't shown her the video yet, but she was interested when I mentioned it.
Suika Game Planet, the sequel to Planet Puzzle League. I mean, the sequel to Suika, the first game. But when I saw Suika Planet, I was like, Planet Puzzle League? Just reminded me of that wonderful game that I played on DSiWare. But yeah, Suika watermelon game, whatever you call it. I'd almost forgotten about it, but what I did not forget about is that fucking awful song that they played in the trailer for that. The you know the song. And I was like, oh my god, there it is. And I didn't even really think it was that bad of a song. It just repeats like too soon, and if you play the game a lot, you'll hate that song so much because there's only one song in there, and it's, whatever. But that game was a ton of fun to play, and I'm happy to see a new version of it on there.
Yeah, that game got so much play in our household, so I did mention it to Shauna. So it's like basically like Mario Galaxy Suika game. There's like a little dot that's the source of gravity, and everything's moving towards that. And you do have like you have like an outer limit of where your pieces have to stay within, but it looks like you have a lot more flexibility with where you put the fruit, so it'll probably make it a little easier.
Yeah, and does it still end when you go over the line? Well, because it showed like some of the fruit. I guess it would have to go all the way over the line, right? Because it does cross over a little bit, but yeah,
it's once it like pops out freely that it really usually gets mad at you.
I'm curious how much it's going to be because the original one was like $2. It was so fucking cheap.
Yeah,
like brand new. Like it was like
I think I paid more for the multiplayer update than the game itself.
Oh yeah, it had paid DLC also. But yeah, it was like so cheap, and it was a great editing game. I would play it like while I was editing because you don't need to, And then I was watching it with Jess. Jess told me that they had a version of it, had like an iPhone version of the game, and I didn't even know that Jess had been playing. And I was like, hey, we can play 2-player on the Switch if you want. It's got 2-player. Even though I know it doesn't really interact, right? You just like play by each other. It's just like a score. Score thingy. It's kind of like the Tetris from the Genesis Tetris game on the Mega Drive Mini did the same thing. But yeah, I'm glad that Suika still exists out there. What a fun little game. But what's not a little game, but a game that I've been really waiting for a release date on, and I finally got one. That was on my bingo card, of course. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
Also on my bingo card.
December 4th. Coming out the same day as Octopath Zero or whatever. That's kicking that one off the list. I mean, I never beat Octopath Traveler 2, which I did like, but I'm like, if Metroid Prime 4 is coming out, that's all that is and ever will be. So that game is the Metroid game, is Metroid Day. And I did pre-order the amiibo. I pre-ordered the fucking motorcycle
Samsung Viola.
Yeah, because it looks so cool. And I like motorcycles. Cool. I think they look awesome. And it's like the biggest amiibo ever, apparently. It's like this big or what.
Oh my god, the motorcycle mode is I don't know how I feel about it.
What did you think is when it was not clear what the game was when it first popped up? What did you think it was? Did you know?
I didn't think it was Metroid. I was like, oh, this is kind of dull and like not very colorful. I kind of stopped paying attention until like I started hearing Metroid music, and I looked back at the screen.
And then when it came up with Samus on the motorcycle, like I kind of thought, oh, is this like a new Metroid spinoff, or this isn't Metroid Prime 4, is it?
Metroid Federation
But yeah,
Force
it was.
Racing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've heard not a whole lot of positive stuff about the motorcycle mode because it looks kind of barren, but
It looks barren. Yeah.
I like what you said over here in the comments, John, because I thought the same thing. The way like Samus accesses the motorcycle,
yeah.
she has to put both their arms like into these like tubes.
Sockets.
So it's like that doesn't seem very safe.
it's
No,
like
attach
uh,
yourself
She's gonna
to the
break her
vehicle
arms
like that.
off. She gets in a crash. Her arms are gone.
it's like
Yeah.
what was it, Nightmare on Elm Street 5, where the guy turns into the motorcycle, like he's like riding the motorcycle and like the gears like go into his veins and then like he becomes this human motorcycle. I don't
Ouch.
know. I hadn't thought about that in a while, but the way you said that just reminded me of that Nightmare on Elm Street kill there with the motorcycle guy.
This boy feels the need for speed. Hey, Danny, better not dream and drive.
But they've also got a book for this one. This one's all about the book. This direct's all about the books. This one's a picture book, a 1-3 visual retrospective.
I must have missed the amiibo the first time around because I didn't notice it until I watched the Japanese version. And I was like, oh, was that on the American one? I must have like looked away for a second. But yeah, 3. I mean, just because of my love for Metroid, and I feel like Metroid needs whatever love it gets. It's like how John said you wanted to buy all the Virtual Boy stuff. I feel like I'm required to buy all the Metroid amiibo because it's like my favorite game series. So I'm gonna hold the flag for Metroid. I've only pre-ordered the motorcycle so far, and it actually comes out. That actually comes out before the release. Like the motorcycle and the Samus one come out in
I want a book
November.
to come out called Metroid the Motorcycle, and it's like Ralph, but a Metroid.
What were you gonna say,
for
John?
kids. I was gonna say, what's the price on those amiibos? $40 too?
The motorcycle one is 40. Everything else is 30. So the motorcycle one, which is quite big, and it said I've read online that it's like one of the biggest amiibo that exists.
Is it articulated? Like, does it roll?
No, it doesn't roll.
Does it have one of those things where you pull it back and then it goes across the floor?
No, but
That'd
it
be
has
so cool.
but it has sand. It's the only one that has like a ground. Actually, I have a Darth Maul amiibo that has sand under it because of Tatooine and all that. So Disney did it first. Metroid, you didn't get to it soon enough. But I mean, I'll probably get all of them eventually, but the motorcycle one was the one I wanted the most. So I just went ahead and pre-ordered it on Amazon because what the fuck? It's already there.
I just don't like. I'm sure they'll explain it in the game, but one thing about Metroid that I always liked that kept it nice and futuristic, and even though you felt alone, you would get to these like docking stations where you could call your ship, and your ship would show up. And she got around with her ship even locally. So why does she need a motorcycle?
Well, like on planet, right?
I guess so, but like, couldn't you just ride your ship over the desert?
In in Star Wars Outlaws, you can actually call your speeder to you at any time, and it's pretty.
That's
awesome.
pretty cool.
It actually reminds me of the speeder from Breath of the Wild. You just press a button and it goes dee-dee-dee, and it just like rolls up right next to you, and then you get on it. And that game, I love that game.
I have a feeling it'll be similar with this one.
I was like, hopefully it does like that too, where you can call it and it'll just drive up right next to you. Yeah, I mean, I'm so happy there's a release date for it. I mean, yeah, I don't know, but the motorcycle stuff looks like whatever. Maybe it's kind of just like in
Vehicular
between thing.
combat.
Yeah, you can like Akira slide into people and kill them or whatever. I don't know. I just want to play this dumb game, so get it out already. And yeah, don't forget it was originally developed as a Nintendo Switch 1 game, so that's probably why it doesn't look as detailed, because it's not officially a Nintendo Switch 2 game. It's just an upscaled Nintendo Switch 1 game that's been in development for years. So
I don't know. I'm still just like, I like that most of what Samus does is an upgrade to her power suit. So adding a vehicle just, I'll get over it. I'm sure I'll get over it. It just kind of like rubs me the wrong way, I think.
I mean, Link has a motorcycle. Pokemon's got motorcycles.
Yeah.
Why not more motorcycles?
A sentient motorcycle.
I like motorcycles. Did anybody buy the Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC?
I did.
You did get it?
Yeah,
I thought maybe you did because I saw you playing it. What do you think of it?
I think that I could get into the Emerald Rush mode. I played through one round of it, and Actually, no, I started playing a second round of it and then I just quit. But I played one round of it where you're on the the DK Island, which is beautiful, by the way. It is a really awesome level
Does
just
it look
to
good?
look at and stuff. It's kind of small. It doesn't seem that way when you look at it, but it is pretty small. So I was a little disappointed there. Also, it doesn't have any like proper upgrades, which maybe that's good if you already like did enough collecting. But all the bonus levels are just to get more gold. So it's kind of useless if you've already done everything you can do with gold, which I pretty much have. So, but yeah, there's a bunch of, I think there's like six, I think they said there's like 6 hidden levels that are like gold grabbing bonuses. And then basically to get anything else, you have to go into the Emerald Rush mode. And that's when the fossils and stuff and the bananas show up, but they have a different meaning. The fossils are upgrades and the bananas are just like really well. Actually, the bananas are upgrades as well, but they're also like worth a bunch of emerald points or whatever. So yeah, it's a roguelike mode, I guess you could say. And once you beat like that level, I beat that level, and then I think it was the canyon layer. Emerald Rush opened up on that layer, so there's a lot of depth to it, and I guess you can like build up like a multiplier and stuff if you choose the right perks as you go. So there is some kind of strategy to trying to get as much as you can. But once again, your big reward at the end is banana coins, which I don't really need.
Yeah.
So it's just there for fun, and I guess score chasing if you want to do that. I just don't. I guess no, there's like new outfits and stuff as well, which I haven't unlocked any of that yet, but I think I'm close to unlocking a new hat.
A new hat?
Yeah. A new hat for Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I saw. What was it? I saw Logan from the voice chat comparing it to Side Order, Splatoon Side Order.
Yeah, it feels a little bit like Side Order.
I was gonna say, does it feel like that? Because I didn't get it because I wasn't really sure if it was worth it or not. Plus, I was still just playing Star Wars Outlaws, so I didn't.
It's
really
more
care.
open-ended than Side Order, but it definitely has that vibe that you're in familiar places. There's new stuff there, and the reason you're playing is very different, but the gameplay is the same. And also, well, you lose a lot of your like upgrades to your transformations, and you like get them through collecting the fossils. But it only lasts for that round. So once you're done with like playing your whole round, which is there's several different waves or whatever within a round. And once you're done with the round and you get like your final reward and stuff, like you lose all those perks. It starts again whenever you start a new Emerald Rush. So that's the whole thing. I think it's going to scratch the itch of people that like roguelikes, I guess. And
Yeah,
I'm going to give it some more play. I think I'll probably play it on the airplane and stuff a little more because it's fun, but no new gameplay really. Just a different means to an end.
it's nice that we got somebody on here that played it, so we can get impressions of it. I saw you were playing your Donkey.
I thought about not buying it.
Yeah,
because it's $20, but I was also like, well, I want to see DK Island. I was really disappointed it wasn't in.
yeah.
And then now
Is it somehow connected? Because in one of the early levels, like the earliest tropical level, whatever that was, you can actually see DK Island off in the distance. Is it somehow connected to that or no?
It's not connected, but it shows up at the very top above that layer. So
Okay.
maybe that's why you're seeing it, because it's on the same layer.
I got you.
Technically,
Like I don't
but
think you can't like walk there from another layer, right? You still just
No,
pick it like you would normally.
You can only access it with the eel.
I mean, from what I saw, I wish there was more Kongs in there. Like, it looks like the only Kongs we're getting are the ones that are already in the game, right? Like, we're not seeing, like, Funky or Candy or Tiny or any of them.
I did see
Right.
Candy, but not Candy herself.
Just like a poster, right?
Yeah, there's a poster of Candy
Yeah.
in DK's 3D house, which I was happy to see. Because
That's
I
cool.
did mention on the episode that I was upset that the poster of Candy wasn't in the throwback bonus level.
Can you turn the TV on? Like, I was disappointed that you couldn't turn the
No,
TV
but you can
on.
smash it.
Yeah, because you can go to Donkey Kong's Island in the regular game, but in the original Donkey Kong Country Returns, you can turn the TV on, and it starts playing the music from the Super Nintendo game.
Well, that's
And
pretty
I
cool.
was like, it kind of made, I was like, why can't you do that? Like, that was a really cool, you just go and you just pat the ground in front of it and then turn the TV on. And then it plays that opening music from DKC. So
It's pretty much just, it's Donkey Kong's house. I think there's a little tire in the middle you can bounce on if you want. And then if you want, you can smash the fuck out of it. And that's about all there is to it, from what I can tell.
you got to go in like 5 minutes, right, John?
I do, yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't we just skip to Resident Evil while you're here, and then
Sure.
when you're gone, we can talk about the other RPG stuff that's in there.
Yeah, I think that's the last one that I really.
Yeah, because that's
care
probably
about.
the only thing you want to talk about. I mean, I was happy to see Virtua Fighter on here. I don't know how much you care about that, but it sucks it doesn't have a release date still, but I do really want to play that game, and I'll probably buy it whenever it comes out. It's nice to at least see proof of it, even though the only people that have mentioned it have been it's just been Sega. And also Lego Voyagers, that was on your bingo card. So you got that. I remember that. But I watched the IGN's coverage, and nobody mentioned Resident Evil 9. Like, I think that's a big fucking deal.
Huge deal.
Because
It's a giant deal because it's current gen.
well, it's current gen, and it's coming out like day and date as every other system. Like, we're caught up now. Like, I thought that was really cool. And I think that's a huge deal for Switch 2.
It's a gigantic deal.
To have like the newest Resident Evil game again. We haven't had that since Resident Evil 4 on GameCube. Like, fuck yeah, I'm buying that game 100%. Like, I played Village, I fucking loved it. That was 8. I haven't played 7 yet, but I'm planning on getting the 7 gold version, which this was on my bingo card also.
Yep.
Because I've been saying that since the very first Switch 2 Direct, that we need to have like, official Resident Evil games. Yeah, non-cloud versions.
Yeah.
And
I'm
now
disappointed that it's not coming out earlier. Like,
yeah, me too.
why didn't they stagger them? So, January to get number 7, February number 8, then you're ready for.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think 9's coming out in February.
Or however you want to do it, but lead it up, stagger it,
It really didn't make sense to me yet to release 7, 8, and 9 on the same day.
Totally does.
Nobody's gonna play
of
7 and 8. They'll all get 9 because it's the new one. Like,
I think maybe even the opposite might happen though. Their brand new one might get, because people like me, I'm not going to play 9 before I've played 7 and 8. I want to play them in order if I've not played them.
Well, this one's like a new thing, I think. Like, it's a new story that you don't have to play the others.
That's true, but there's still people like me who I want to play it sequentially. I don't want to miss anything. There might be callbacks, etc., etc.
Because 7 and 8 are like tied together.
well, there's got to be like they do still all exist in the same world, and even though you don't play as like Jill or Chris or whatever, Chris is still in 8. Spoilers. Yeah. Chris still shows up at towards the end. Well, and like the beginning too of Resident Evil 8. He's still there, and at first look at this trailer, I thought that you were playing as like the daughter, as Ethan's daughter, who was in the DLC for 8. But it's not. It's a completely different person. It's like somebody who's the kid of somebody from like Raccoon City or whatever.
She worked at Raccoon Corporation or whatever, I think.
And I don't know. But I'm so happy that Resident Evil 9, awesome. Same day as the other systems. We don't have to wait for Switch 2. The hair looks a little different, but I think that's just what we're going to deal with in Switch 2, where the hair looks drier. But we that's the same thing for Switch 1, where the hair was all fucked up on Mortal Kombat, and other games that were ported from other things. But
I think it says a lot that Capcom is the ones doing it. They usually release good ports for the Switch.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, they did. I did see that they were happy with the performance from or what they got from Street Fighter 6. On Switch 2, and that was a really good port too. So I mean, I think that's great. Now we just need a new Monster Hunter, official Monster Hunter.
So I was a little bit disappointed they didn't mention any of the remakes, which is why I wonder if we're not going to get those a little sooner, and that'll be like a separate announcement.
Oh yeah,
because I really want y'all to play Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, I'll get Resident Evil 4 remake whenever it comes
remake.
out.
It is so good.
And I'm wondering that because Capcom hasn't been doing the $70 thing on PS5, so Resident Evil 9 might still come out as $60 because I paid $60 for Street Fighter 6, and I think Resident Evil 4 was $62, the remake. Like, I don't think they had released any of them for $70. So I mean, but I was very excited to see Resident Evil back with Nintendo, and hopefully, I was like, hopefully that means that you play 7 and 8, John, because I really want to play 7. I haven't played 7 yet, but I loved 8.
I want to give 8 another try.
8 felt like a new 4, like it
because
I
think I just need to get past the first part, and then I'll start liking it. I just wasn't having fun with the part where the ladies are chasing me.
Oh yeah, the Demascrew or whatever her name is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd like to read my bingos that I got correct, and then I got a jet.
Okay, go for it.
So I only got 4, but I got Metroid Prime 4 release date. I got the Mario Movie 2 update. I got Pokemon Legends ZA. Lego Voyagers was kind of a outlier maybe, but I got that one. And then the random one that I got was Wario Land.
Oh,
which
you're
again
counting
was,
it?
Yep.
Well, it
I
is
said
still
Wario Land.
Yeah, it is still Wario Land.
So, yep, I got Wario Land. It's coming. It's for Virtual Boy. It's not the new one that I was actually predicting, but I'm gonna count it. Yep. Cool.
Maybe if it gets a lot of traffic on Nintendo Switch Online, we'll get a new Wario Land.
Maybe.
I mean, I'd like to see a new Wario Land regardless. But
All right. Well, I gotta get going. I'll see everybody next week.
all
See you
right,
next week.
take
Or I'll
care.
see you in a few weeks.
Yeah.
See you in a few weeks. Yeah, have a good trip, Jeremy.
Thanks.
All right. So speaking of Pokemon, what did you think about this Pokemon Minecraft game? Pokemon
Don't care.
Pokopia.
I heard like other podcasts kind of like comparing it to Dragon Quest Builders a little bit, and that is cool. But I don't know. It just wasn't really striking my fancy. These life sims just kind of all blend together, you know. You try not to allow that, but there's just so many of them nowadays.
Yeah.
And there's so many good ones. I mean, they're not just like shovelware. They're usually well done.
Yeah, I had heard rumors around the internet about there being another Pokemon spin-off game, and I guess that's what this one was. And that's why I just put Pokemon down as my bingo, and this was my bingo right here. My bingo that I got was
Pokemon.
It was Metroid Prime 4, Resident Evil, Final Fantasy 7, Pokemon, and Free Space. That's my bingo. So right down the middle, which I was planning on. I was like, I'll put things that I know have to happen right in the middle, and I won. And I think I ended up getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7, and then 2 for the Japanese direct only. So
Let me count how many I
so
got.
9.
One, or no, I guess I wouldn't count that because we didn't get a new Nintendo Switch Online game. I won't count that. More GameCube games they didn't say. Okay, so I got Hades 2, more Switch 2 graphic updates, Mario Movie 2 update, hardware add-on, of course the Free Space, Nintendo World update because they did talk about the one opening up in Europe, DK Bonanza DLC,
Yeah, that was a good one.
and that's it. That's all I got. But if I had not guessed, see, I got Mario Movie 2 update, hardware add-on, Free Space, Nintendo World update. If I would not have put Rare Replay in that line like an idiot and put something else in there, I might have gotten my bingo.
Yeah, I was
So
surprised.
I was one shy of a bingo.
I'm surprised we didn't get any Elden Ring updates on this.
So am I.
That's a weird one to not be on there. Also, what the hell is happening with Splatoon Raiders? Like that was a one to not see there. And also Xenoblade. What the fuck was going on with Xenoblade?
Yeah.
I thought we'd see some of that, but whatever. All right, we'll just so yeah, Pokemon Pokopia. I don't know. Pokemon Legends ZA. More stuff on that. I saw people getting mad about the paid DLC. But I think they just announced it too early because it's actually not coming out.
They definitely announced it way too early.
Because it's not coming out until like February. The DLC is, so
They really got to stop announcing DLC.
like don't announce it before the game's out. Like announce it
Yeah.
after. Because isn't there like a Pokemon Presents normally like around?
Because
that
what you
time?
want
Like,
is for
just-
people to play the game and
Yeah.
like it and want DLC.
And
instead
then
of
come
being
back,
like,
yeah.
oh, hey, we're just giving you part of the game, which
Yeah.
is how some people will interpret it.
Yeah, because people think that you have to pay like $100 to get the whole game, but it is something that's coming out like 4 months later. Yeah, you really should have just waited. Like it's not a good idea to just be like, hey, new Raichu Mega Evolutions for $30.
Once again, does that show that this game was delayed at some point? I don't know, but
Yeah.
I think that it's bad form
Yeah,
to announce. They did it with Breath of the Wild as well.
day
That
one,
was weird.
yeah, day one DLC or whatever. Yeah,
Well, it wasn't day one, but they announced it before the game came out. They announced that there was the DLC pack coming.
yeah. Any stuff that, any DLC that's not included in the game that isn't released yet, people get mad about, which I understand. And most Pokemon games do have DLC, but yeah, they really should have just waited and not said it yet.
I mean, it's usually just almost sold as like it's almost a sequel.
Yeah,
by
it's
the time.
its own thing with more stories, and that's what this one will be. Just let the game come out first before you start talking about it. Come on, I don't know. I mean, I'm planning on using my final Nintendo voucher on on Pokemon Legends ZA, so it's still planning on getting it. So hooray! Danganronpa remake of 2. Didn't expect that one coming. Danganronpa 2x2. Cool. I don't know.
I don't know anything about Danganronpa, but apparently this is a big deal.
People like those games a lot. Yeah, they're like mystery games, like kind of like death games, Squid Game style sort of thing. It's
Okay.
like a bunch of high schoolers get stuck in an area together and they have to kill each other. You have to
Okay.
find holes in their testimonies or whatever. I don't know. People really like these games. The ones who like visual novel, interactive, like Phoenix Wright type stuff. They like that. And I don't know. I mean, more power to them. They keep doing these games.
Yeah.
I bought the first one whenever they released that on Switch, and I liked it for the most.
Talking about.
I liked it, but I never beat it. I thought it was cool for what it was. Dynasty Warriors Origins. I actually heard a lot of good stuff about this when it came out on other systems, so I'm kind of intrigued by it. But I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'll get it when it comes out, but I might buy it on sale. I mean, I saw a lot of people liking like the PS5 version of Dynasty Warriors Origins. Like the only one I really liked was Hyrule Warriors, and that one I liked it because it was the only thing that was out on Wii U. It's like the only thing I had to play. So, I'm not really super drawn to these games, but more like next gen stuff on Switch, cool, or current gen, whatever, PS5, 4, XS, whatever. I just like to see more stuff on there that's newer, Monster Hunter Stories 3. I really didn't think we'd see this again because we had just seen it, but yeah, here it is again. Just a couple seconds of it. And then we get our montage, 2 Point Museum. That's the Sega whatever museum simulator. Disgaea 7 complete. Got to have one of those at the beginning of any Switch, right? This was like Disgaea 5 or whatever was the last one. Sports, EA Sports FC. That was on the other Direct too. Has a release date, whatever, for this year. Dragon Quest 1 and 2, HD 2D. That's that again.
I still need to play 3, but I will eventually.
I don't know if I'll make it through 3 before I get this one, but I'm getting this one just because I love 1. 1 is so much fun to play, and I that's probably the one I know the best because it's shorter and I've played through it the most times, but I'm really interested to see what they do different with it. I mean, I've already seen, like, in the original one, you can only fight one enemy at a time, and I've seen them fighting, like, multiple enemies at once, which was never in any of the original game, so, that's different. But, no, I just like that first game. I like the simplicity of it. I like how a lot of it's just very much like, go out and see how far you can get without dying and make enough money to buy the bigger sword that'll get you farther. It's very much the basis of any, like, RPG, but I like the simplicity of it. So, yeah, I was planning on getting that anyway. Virtua Fighter 5. Mentioned that earlier, but yeah, I'm happy to see that in here. Lego Voyagers, that actually comes out this week for $25. Little Nightmares 3 coming out in October. The eShop lied. I was just looking around on there, and it says demo available. I cannot find how to download the demo because it's not available. I don't know why it says that. When you go there, the first picture says demo available. Demo not found. So, lies. Persona 3 Reload. I played that game. I've played like 4 or 5 hours of it so far. It's more Persona. It's pretty as hell. It's got a ton of style. It's got a great soundtrack. I played some of Persona 3 Portable, which was already on Switch. This is definitely better than that version, except you can't play as the female protagonist, which is sad, but whatever. But it's one of those 10-hour demos carries into the game for free on Switch, and I guess I missed that this was in the Direct. The only reason I knew about it, I saw a friend playing it online, like through my Nintendo Switch Online app or whatever, and I was like, oh, there's a demo for that? And then I downloaded it and I started playing it a couple nights ago, and yeah, it's cool. If anybody had any interest in Persona, download this and give it a look. I think it looks really pretty. It runs well. I watched like a comparison to PS5. It doesn't quite load as quickly as PS5, but it's like a second away. It's pretty close. I mean, PS5 has 60 frames and this is 30, but it still seems pretty smooth from what I've seen. It runs better than the PS4 version, so we have that. But, cool. 10-hour demos. I think you get to play through the first 2 months of the game, which is pretty cool. It starts in April, and I think you get to go through the end of May. So it'd be a good primer for your Japan trip if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And then we talked about the Resident Evil stuff with John. I mean, are you excited about Resident Evil 9 coming to Switch?
Yeah. I mean, for the same reason you are. More than anything, I'm excited that a contemporary game, day and date, hitting the Switch too. It's kind of just showing that Nintendo's maybe had the right idea all along. It's just taken a little while for it all to level out.
We just got to get everybody on board, right, and bringing everything over. But I think Capcom is big, is a really big one.
Yeah,
and especially like one that's not that far away, like just a few months away. And yeah, it's great that we don't have to wait. Like they're all coming out on the same day, and you can get it right there for Switch 2, right along with all the others. I like that a lot.
I do too.
So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about being getting. I don't think I've gotten a Resident Evil when it launched for a long time. Probably not since like 4. I think 4 was the last one I bought, like on the day it came out or whatever. Which I might have not even bought that one on the day it came out. I think I waited because I played John's copy and I didn't have enough for it at the time because I was still in college, and I think I waited a while before I ended up picking up my copy of it. But yeah, it's happy to see that going again. And then at the end, what everybody was waiting for, Fire Emblem and the Loom of Destiny. I mean, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave kind of reminded me of the Loom of Destiny from that awful movie Wanted, which I PA'd on. I worked on that movie for like a few days. But yeah, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. I think it's a sequel to Three Houses, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. It doesn't look like it's got romance in it, or at least they didn't show anything to that degree.
Yeah, they kind of, yeah. What I want to know is, does this have mouse mode? Because I do really want to try, I do want to play something like Fire Emblem with mouse mode, because that seems like it would make sense, with the moving the parts around the chests and all that stuff. That would make me a little more intrigued to play it, but more Fire Emblem, I'll get it because I get all these games, and I'll probably not beat it, but I'll enjoy it, and it'll end up on my list for the year or whatever. I did really, really like the last one, the Fire Emblem Engage. I just never got through it, but maybe I'll go back and play that. But yeah, that's a 2026 whenever day, to be determined. And there were a couple things on my bingo card that were on the Japanese Direct that I just wanted to include. That being Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky First Chapter is in the Japanese Direct, and so is Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2, which I said that we'd see some sort of Yakuza thing, and on the Japanese Direct it showed both of them and all it said was, here's the release date again, November 15th, which I am really excited about playing Kiwami 2, because Kiwami 2 has a higher, it was the first PS4 Yakuza game. Because everything, Kiwami 1 and the 0 were all PS3 games. It's the first new-ish one. But I'll keep supporting these so they can keep coming to Switch. But yeah, that's it. I thought it was a pretty good Direct. I did think the Mario Anniversary stuff was not great, as I said earlier. It
lacked some luster for sure.
Yeah. And I think I had just fallen into the hype that it would be this whole like first-party thing, and it kind of wasn't. Well, it was and it wasn't. There were some things, but there were a lot of things missing, and there's still a huge chunk of it was not third-party stuff. But
I really wanted another Game & Watch, which I wasn't expecting, but I was hoping for.
Oh, yeah.
I just love those little things.
I was in the. I mean, John had a shadow drop of Metroid Prime 2 and 3 or 2 or 3. I kind of got that in my mind that was going to happen, so I was really like hoping that we were just going to get like a Metroid Prime like on the day. I was ready to play it and all that, and it didn't happen. It was kind of like I watched the Direct and I was like, yeah, that's fine. Okay, back to Star Wars Outlaws. That's basically how I felt. I was like, all right, call the speeder over here. Let's go do some jobs for Jabba. That's what I've been doing mostly.
Jobs for Jabba.
Yeah, Jabba's my boss now. It's the way get to play a game where Jabba's your boss. I did I mean, walking around through Jabba's palace in that game did like make me feel pretty cool, even though I said many a times that maybe we have Tatooine and too many things, but I was like, how many times have I walked through fucking Jabba's palace in a video game?
Right.
Many, many times. And this is the coolest it's ever looked.
How many times have you had to escape the Sarlacc pit?
Yeah, there's oh yeah, I went to the Sarlacc pit too, of course. I found a pod racer, a crashed pod racer in the sand. You know,
Nice.
they're definitely hitting all the fan base stuff, but you know what? I don't
Can
care.
you use it, or is it just broken?
No, it's just you just find it. It's just a broken pod racer. You can just look at it. And you can find that skeleton too from the very first Star Wars movie. There was like a skeleton on a hill in Tatooine. You can find that, like this big like snake skeleton. You can find that thing. I found Boba Fett. I found, I went and saw Jabba and Han Solo frozen and find all the shit, I think that's the only planet that has that's actually straight out of the movies, but I guess you start in Canto Bight. That's from the Last Jedi. But anyway, that game's fun. I've still been playing it, and I played Persona Reload for like I said, for 4 or 5 hours. I'm almost through April. I got to I beat the second boss on the Tartarus. I wasn't sure how far I'm supposed to go in that. That's the tower that you go through and fight people. That's where all the battling is. But yeah, you mentioned some stuff earlier about getting gold things. Do you want to talk about that?
I'm now up to 6 golds in UFO 50. Of course, I'm still playing that game.
Yeah, you're at 130 hours now or something. You're up there.
Something stupid.
Yeah, no, you like that one. It's still. I actually did play. I played it a little bit. While I was editing, I played the party game, and I got so close. I got 3 aliens.
Nice.
And just had I had almost enough to buy a 4th one, and then I just ran out of time. But I do like the party house game, and I'll play more of it.
So good.
Yeah. I think I'm kind of starting to figure it out better. I was only getting characters that would give me more money, that would get me enough to expand the house, that sort of stuff, or I just realized that you can get the one hippie ladies that take down the dangerous guests or whatever. I've been getting a lot of those. So then you can get the higher popularity dangerous ones, but you can have more of them. And I felt like I kind of was figuring out how to play the game better. And I tried playing Mooncat also, and I still don't get it and don't like it.
It's tough. So the ones I beat I did finally beat. So the one I'm proudest of is Lords of Disconia. I beat. There's 10 scenarios. I beat the 10th scenario, which was really tough. Basically a war of attrition. I had to wear out my opponent until they didn't have any units left, and they had to give up. Which is how the game works. But I didn't expect to actually do it. But it took a really long time because basically you just have to play a bunch of turns and avoid each other and try to wear out the shops so that they can't buy more units. I mean, you can't buy any more units either, but that's kind of how you trap people. But anyway, I beat that. I got my gold. That was exciting. And I was like, let's try some other games out that, I remember hearing were kind of easy. So I went back to the Great Bell Race, or the Big Bell Race. And that's the one where you're the little UFO, but it's just a side-scrolling Mario Kart kind of race where you're going around a track in a figure 8, or there's different tracks that are different shapes. But I beat that my first try. So, there's 12
Nice.
races, I think, and I was first place at the end of it. So got my gold there, and then I went over and I played this other game called, hold on, I'm looking at it right now. It's a race game, Quibble Race. And that's the one where you are making wagers on these aliens that run called Quibbles. And it's basically like a horse racing kind of simulation, only with a quibble running. And you can throw items out to trip them up and stuff. Or you can have somebody hit them in the knee with a bat before the race.
Oh, wow.
Tanya Harding style.
Wow. Yeah.
So there's stuff like that you can do with your money. And then you can also sponsor the different ones, and then you get more winnings when they win because you get a portion of the winnings even if you didn't bid on them. So basically I just played one round of it, or one game of it all the way through, and it's all credits on that one too. I just happened to win out of the other. There's 2 AI or NPC racers I was betting against, and I had the most money at the end, so I won. So yeah, I've seen credits in 6 games out of the 50 in UFO 50. My goal is to get up to 10. So I've beaten 20% of the games, and I think I'll be happy with that. Which really right now it kind of looks like it's going to be like the Porgy or whatever the sub game is. It's probably going to happen soonish. And I played more of Grimstone. I think that's probably going to be one. And who knows what else.
I really wanted to beat Grimstone. It's just those timed attacks, they annoy me.
Yeah.
Because I'm really bad at it. Normally I don't like having games play themselves, like some RPGs you can have it like auto battle. I would love to have auto battle for that game.
Me too.
Just so I don't have to do the timed attack thing. Cuz yeah. But I mean it's a cool game. Like I really enjoyed it, but yeah, there's other RPGs I could play that are nicer to me, I guess, than that. I want to try out those racing games now. I don't think I've tried all of them, but I could get through those and maybe have a couple beat by next week then.
Yeah, I think the Great Bell Race is a good one to start with, and it'll kind of get you used to the controls in the Campanella games because those are kind of fun. I've been playing a little bit more of those, and then of course that Pilot Quest game is based off that character. And I played through Pilot Quest a couple more times this week, so since it's the IO game, I'll finish it and then I'll just start it again and keep going back to it between playing other games. And this last playthrough is probably gonna be the fastest I've gotten. But you also every time you beat it, you get a little, you can like choose a perk. So like I'm just a better overall player, like with my perks. So that makes it faster. So I actually just want to keep playing until I'm like super OP.
Nice. So you can just walk right through it.
Pretty much. I can already kind of do that, but I want to do even more so.
Definitely.
But that's pretty much it for me with the UFO 50 this week. And I didn't really play much else. I mean, it's only been a few days since we did the last episode.
Yeah, I imagine you're going to play UFO 50 till Hades 2 comes out, and then that'll probably be the one that distracts you from that for a while.
I'm glad I have this fancy new hardware to play UFO 50.
Also, you'll be like in another country, so you'll be plenty distracted with other things.
It's going to be great.
But, you could always buy a game while you're there. It's backwards compatible, to make sure it has English in it. Or not, whatever. It could still be a souvenir regardless. I did find some funny like glitch stuff in Star Wars Outlaws. I took a picture of it and put it on the Slack, but I was in Mos Eisley and I found a stormtrooper that had been like swallowed by a dewback. It was pretty funny. Like the dewbacks are the big lizard characters that you see, and stormtroopers normally ride on top of them. This guy had like been consumed by it, and his head was just sticking out of the top of the dewback. And that was pretty funny. And I was on this mission with this character Vale. She's like a bounty hunter that's out to kill you, but you end up making friends with her and she lets you go. And there's a part where you where you leave with her on your speeder and her on her speeder. And I was talking to her and then she kind of just raced up off the ground and just floated over to her speeder without moving. And I thought that was pretty hilarious. She just flew over there. Obviously it was a glitch because they normally walk places, but I was like, that's hilarious. And also the game's crashed on me a good amount, maybe 4 or 5 times.
Dang.
But the game it auto saves like crazy, so I never lose anything. It's just annoying. I'll just be in Mos Eisley just walking around and I go through a door and it's bloop, closed, and I'm like, oh fuck. But I mean, I've put almost 40 hours into the game, and for it to crash 4 times maybe isn't that much. But it's still annoying when it happens. But I haven't really lost anything when it happens. It's just kind of it's just So, oh yeah, and I got a new amiibo. I guess we can end with that. We can end with me opening an amiibo. This is an amiibo I bought a few months ago.
Yeah.
Because it was in stock again. I got this one for $19.99 for $20. So not that much more. This is the old amiibo pricing, but I got this guy, Mr. King K. Rool himself, from from Donkey Kong Bonanza, and the other one, whatever they call it, and the Donkey Kong Country. I think I never got this one. I don't know why. I just didn't find him, or I just wasn't there at the time. But he went up for pre-order in Best Buy, and I ordered him. I think I ordered him a couple months ago, maybe 3 months ago. But he just came a couple days ago. So here he is.
You didn't even know that he was going to be in DK Bonanza at the time.
I did not know. I just like the way he looks. And now he's even cooler because he's a DK Bonanza guy. And we got to open him here because his cape
He's
is
wearing
so
the
cool.
gold armor and everything.
Yep. He's got his gold belly armor here. Do that snap.
Iconic.
Oh, he's really stuck in here.
There he is. Pointing like that's really not very polite.
There
He's
you go.
pointing.
Yeah. Yeah, didn't your mom tell you not to point? Yeah, King K. Rool. He looks, he's very cool. There's the back of his cape here is textured. It's cool. I like the feel of it. Yeah, he's got the scales. It's big. It's golden belly
armor.
I like him. Cool stuff. Yeah, there's my maybe my last amiibo before the Samus
Or Metroid.
before the Samus motorcycle. But yeah, it's cool. I got this before I knew he was even in Donkey Kong Bonanza. And it was probably one of my favorite surprises of any game. Trails in the Sky comes out this week. Comes out on Friday. I've been waiting for it for so long. You still can't even pre-order it.
That's crazy.
I don't know why not. But there's reviews out there. I've been staying away from the reviews because I want to come into it fresh. But I really liked that demo a lot. You should give it a go again. Try playing it because I think it's really good.
I played a little bit of it. That might be another playing game. We'll see.
Oh yeah.
'Cause it's a pretty robust demo, you said.
Yeah, I put 9.5 hours into it, and I did pretty much everything you can do. I like 100%ed it. If they would have let me go back and grind, I would have. But you can't. Once you get to the end, you can't go back. It's like, it sends you into a cutscene, and if you reload, you're back in that cutscene again. So you can't free roam, which sucks. But I would have. Like I could have stuck around and grinded some more, I guess. Get myself up to higher levels. But yeah, that's our direct episode. Thanks everybody for listening. Check out patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast for bonus episodes. Our NintenDomain UFO 50 is on there. NintenDomain 51. The WART radio episode should be up at this point for the $5 members. Take a listen to that. Some good mixes for last week. Or good music. Listen to all the music, all the intros and outros on there as one episode. And all that stuff. You can find us on Blue Sky, at Trey Johnson, at NintenDomain, at Jared Domain. And, have a good time in Japan. Post some stuff on the internet so I can see it.
I'll do what I can. I probably won't be able to, though.
Use your, we did
We're going to get either our eSIM or our Wi-Fi thing. We haven't decided yet.
Oh, okay. Wi-Fi, like I said, portable Wi-Fi is
probably the way to go.
Is a dream. Yeah. It's so cheap, too. I paid like $60 for like the whole
Both
time
of us
we were
have
there.
Wi-Fi calling on our phones, so
Yeah.
we could use that.
Yeah, possibly.
Or WhatsApp.
It changed our trip once we figured that out, because some things are harder to find because different things are inside of buildings, and I tried doing like I tried doing like international minutes. Don't fucking do that, because they'll charge you like $300 for the whole thing.
Gross.
It's very, very expensive. I did it for fucking Abu Dhabi because I had to have my phone on. I ended up spending like $250 like for the month of my phone bill. It was stupid. But yeah, portable Wi-Fi is better. But yeah, I wish you two the best, and I'm excited. You guys will have a shit ton of fun. So
we will
enjoy it, and yeah, whenever you come back, we'll do a Patreon episode about it, and I'm sure you'll be talking about it for many episodes to come.
I hope
after
so.
that, because it'll be a fun experience. But yeah, this has been episode 489. Thanks everybody for listening. We've been your hosts. I'm Trey Johnson,
Jerry Mikowski,
and we'll see you next time.
See ya in another hemisphere.
Whoa, around the world.
Hello? Oh, my mic's back.
Did it fall down? I have the worst trouble with these mics.
Yeah, it's my thingy. I'll just hold it for now.
You gotta get your thingy checked out.
I
It keeps messing things up.
need to go to the doctor. Dr. Feelgood.